I'm not, man. I was just, you know, around, and then I looked, and it said something about that, and I saw it. I was like, oh, Snoop, what's up? That's Titan. But yeah, that was whatchamacallit. It was a cool drawing, you know. It was a cool drawing, you know. That's all. That's all. He thought I would. I mean, I don't know, like exactly. You know, I don't know exactly how it happened, but hey, I mean, it happened. It happened. What can I say? What's up, bro? How's it going? You're probably going to. Oh, I actually did like a bit of a background. Still playing around with it though, but there it is. I think it's not too bad. Yeah, it just feels so empty though. And bro, as you can see right there, bro, she got the. Hold up, give me a second with this. Give me a second. All right. But yeah, I added the background. It's not done yet, you know. And obviously we got the. Have you guys been studying? I haven't. I haven't been putting it around as much. I should still do that. Remember to put the things on. I don't know how detailed I want this. I think what I'm gonna do with the shadows is I'm gonna do two. I'm gonna do obviously the light, then the shadow, and the darker shadow, and then that's it. I'm not gonna go even deeper than that. I was debating on doing that, but I won't. I will not. I will not. Uh, uh, it is hot. Yeah, I think I'll erase that part right there because it's not necessary. What the heck? Wait, what the heck is that part? Oh no. Wait, how bad is this? Okay, it doesn't look bad. It just looks like it's just there. Huh? It looks like okay, that's good. Oh wait, wait. May, how's it going? How's it going? We ended up adding a bit of a background. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It feels really empty to me. I was thinking of putting like maybe like a little cat or something. Like a little animal. I might have to clean this up right here. It doesn't have to be this clean, but why not? Just in case I end up wanting to make like a poster of this. I'll be thinking about that sometimes. For certain things. Like if I want to make like a shirt. I mean, I doubt I'll make a shirt of this. Because like, it has a full background to it. None was just resting after work. Yeah, understand. That's good though, you know. I want to put like posters here. I want to put like posters. And what I was thinking of doing is actually using some of my drawings and just putting them in there. I've done that before, like on certain drawings. In certain drawings that I've done, I just put like a drawing of mine as a poster in the background. It's really funny. Let's see. This, and then let's put like a nice. This doesn't really matter because you guys won't be able to see that. Yeah. Somebody gave me an idea. They said I should open up the reference layer. Oh crap. Is it going to do that if I open up the reference layer? Let me see. Let me try it again and see. If it does, that's crazy. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. But like, they told me to open up the reference layer so that I can see what the phone will, like, what it would look like to you guys. Because you guys usually just see like a thumbnail of it anyway. So all these little other details are pointless. They're all pointless. Because you guys won't be able to see them. So the main thing I should focus on is them two really. And then some little areas around them. I might put like a box up here or something on this dresser thing. But besides that, I think they're looking pretty good. I just need to obviously add a little bit more shading to it, and it should be fine. It should be. Think about these. What? Alright, Titan. Alright, let's do a darker bit right there. Oh, there's this thing I wanted to see too. Let me just pause this real fast and play it. Why not? The only thing I know about this girl was that there was like this funny clip. I think she does cosplays, but there was like a funny clip that I saw about there was a funny clip that I saw about her, and then I saw this video and I was like, you know what, let me see it, but I don't know anything else. This is the one. Yeah. Oh, you see that's, you see I told you the chat. Let's put her over here. let's put her right here because I didn't want to cover the chat. Right there. There you go. Perfect. Let's extend this so I can see. And if you guys are enjoying so far, or if you just like the drawing, why don't you hit it with a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, I want to see what this whole thing's about. There was just one clip that I remember. It was like she was at something, and there was a guy who tried to do a high five, and then she just turned around and walked away, and he just stood up there for like 3 hours. I was like, oh, that's the only thing that I know about this girl. But it says the situation. I don't know what the situation is, but let's see. It's disgusting. Apparently, it's disgusting.
Amaranth is back in the news.
Amaranta?
Amaranth is back in the news. Apparently, she has called the police on her husband and has been arguing with him for 24 hours straight, resulting in some pretty insane clips. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's an OnlyFans Twitch streamer and a pioneer.
So that's what she does. I thought she just did cosplays. I saw her as Black Widow. That's it. I thought she just did cosplays, but I see.
Of several metas on Twitch, which involves skirting past the rules and trying to advertise her OnlyFans. Now, Twitch is supposed to be a gaming website that is 13 plus, not 18 plus, so you end up advertising to a bunch of kids as well, which personally I find a little disgusting. Yep. Now, last time we talked about her, she had this drama where she came out and said that her husband is very abusive, and her husband is actually the one who forced her to
Why do people do that? Why do people do that? Why do they cry on like stream and stuff? Why did they do that? She got booger like like she got like listen. I don't know what happened. All right, I'm not laughing at her situation. I'm just laughing at the snot. Okay, that's it. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know who her husband is. I'm just laughing at the snot. Okay, before anybody starts getting, oh, he's being insensitive. I don't know. I heard before. She threw her cat? Ah. So she hate animals too? Man, forget this chick. Yo, it is hot. I might have to turn on the air. But we'll see. Oh, it wasn't her. Oh, never mind. I guess she didn't throw cats. Never mind. I take that back. Ann Maranta. That's what he said, right? He said Ann Maranta. Let's go back.
Amaranth is back.
Yeah, Ann Maranta.
Amaranth is back in the news. Apparently, she has called the police on her husband and has been arguing with him for 24 hours straight, resulting in some pretty insane clips. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's an OnlyFans Twitch streamer and a pioneer of several metas on Twitch, which involves skirting past the rules and trying to advertise her OnlyFans. Now, Twitch is supposed to be a gaming website that is 13 plus, not 18 plus, so you end up advertising to a bunch of kids as well, which personally I find a little disgusting. Now, last time we talked about her, she had this drama where she came out and said that her husband is very abusive, and her husband is actually the one who forced her to do OnlyFans. Apparently, she never wanted to sell her body online, and it was this big bad husband who actually made her do all of this. So she started crying on stream, and then she did the infamous Dobby is free clip, and basically the entire internet immediately believed her. Here's a quick recap.
Make multi-millions of dollars. You want to burn it all to the ground because you're sure, whine about it. I don't give a anymore. I'd rather be broke again than deal with this anymore. And I don't have to wear cleavage every day. I can wear clothes.
Her name is Dobby?
Dobby is sock. Dobby.
Her name is Dobby.
Clothes. Master has given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free.
Is someone who I've called one of the hardest working humans.
You're early. I mean, I gotta be though. I gotta be Phoenix, you know. Phoenix always pops in and I gotta go to sleep, you know, and I'm like, hey. But do you have a name for her yet, Phoenix?
On all of Twitch for years now. You should also support Amaranth. as a victim.
Anne Moran? Anne Moran? Oh my goodness. I don't know. The other guy said Anne Marita, or I forgot. And he just said Anne Moran.
And there are a few people online who are taking the situation to shit on Ammo, and I
Ammo.
think it's just
Okay, so I just
dumb.
get it's whatever you want to call her.
So after being freed like Dobby from
It's whatever
Harry
you want to
Potter,
call her.
apparently, by
Oh.
separating or divorcing her husband,
I thought her
she
name was
actually
Dobby
went
for real.
back to the naked streams just weeks later, completely of her own free will. Almost like she wanted to do this the entire time. Anyways, after that, pretty much everybody realized that she was just manipulating people and basically lying. And that brings us to a couple months ago where Amaranth was robbed at gunpoint. They wanted her crypto money, and her husband ended up saving her life by shooting the assailants.
It's a night of sheer terror as a woman is brutally assaulted by 3 masked home invaders. She's internet personality Caitlin Saragusa, known to her
What
millions
the?
of fans as
Caitlin Saramusa? Okay. No, Zo, you just stupid. Okay, alright. But, hold up.
sheer terror as a woman is brutally assaulted by 3 masked home invaders. She's internet personality Caitlin Saragusa, known to her millions of fans as Amaranth.
Anne Moran.
She brings them across a courtyard to another building in their compound where there is a surprise waiting for them. Caitlin's husband, Nick, is watching the drama unfold on security cameras. He was armed and ready at the top of the staircase.
Oh.
At the sound of gunfire,
What?
he
You
runs
have to at least take one of them. I'm playing. No violence.
She has had a very
No violence.
meltdown with her husband, and apparently this is the same husband who forced her to do OnlyFans.
Hold up. Time out. What happened?
sound of gunfire, they run for their lives.
And that brings us to today, where she has had a very public meltdown with her husband.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I don't like why you cry online? Turn it off. Talk about this after. Like ZoFong, by the way. Yeah, but no, I'm not saying it's bad that she has the name. I'm just saying I don't know what the name is. That's it, Titan. I ain't saying nothing about her name. I'm just talking. I don't know what it is. But so right after that, now she's then she started talking about him making her do this OF stuff. Wow.
And apparently this is the same husband who forced her to do OnlyFans, and she apparently broke up with, and now she's back with him for some reason. I don't really trust anybody here, but let's go over the story. Starting with this clip, Amaranth is seemingly accusing her husband of wanting to have her killed after a 12-plus hour argument. It all started when the husband complained about dog chores and quickly spiraled into a massive on-stream airing out of their dirty laundry that seemingly has no end.
When this fight started till now as today, you said you were unhappy long before I ever said, you know what, I could see it if you did want me killed. I could see that. You said you weren't happy before, so you're not trying to act like
I'm
me
unhappy,
assuming that
and
is
that
the
means I have
reason.
you plotted to kill?
No! It's me thinking about all the shitty things you say to me. Like the last time we argued, you said, I wish I hadn't
Oh, by the way, guys, in these videos there may be some stuff that are said. You have been warned. I should have said that before, but yeah.
Look you, so you wouldn't be attached to me.
Her life, but maybe I was actually plotting.
Yeah, so you're threatening to divorce.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, what if it was all set up? He was, hey yo, I'm not gonna hit y'all. All right, y'all gonna run up here, follow her. I'm about to hit you. Right? I ain't gonna hit nobody. Trust me. All right, just run away. I'll meet you out back. What if? That's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't know him, so I'm not saying that he did do that.
You claim that the love so much that you
If
say.
I was plotting, I wouldn't divorce you because then I wouldn't get anything.
You want,
make no sense.
well, you prefer a financial split, though. You want
Which
financial
means I
split
definitely
or
don't get
divorce.
anything. Because it's outlined. Look, right now, if we get a divorce and you die, your parents get your half. If we're together and you die, I get it. So then I would never say that if I was trying to have you killed.
Right, very normal and sane couple right here discussing about how one
Yeah.
partner will die and the other will get all the
Why are
money.
they talking about this on
Interesting.
stream?
Right, I think I speak for everybody when I say I don't think anybody should ever stream a fight like this online, to be honest. This seems
exactly.
really serious. It seems like Amaranth thinks her husband wants to actually kill her, and that's right after he saved her life. So I'm not sure exactly what kind of logic that actually is.
There's some
but
crazy
you'll
stuff
slowly
going on.
see throughout the video that they both are very crazy and kind of deserve each other, to be honest. This husband guy named Nick is definitely exploiting Amaranth as a sort of moneymaker. You will see him complain about only earning $1 million a month later. And Amaranth is just straight up psycho. Apparently she calls the cops, gets in the fetal position.
Yeah, like I thought she's crazy. I just didn't want to say it because I don't know if you guys were, you know, because Titan was like, her name is, and I'm just like, okay, hey, you know. So, but yeah, I think, yeah, she might be crazy.
As well, and that was another cause of the argument. Amaranth's husband exposed that she allegedly gave a handy to Fresh and Fit producer Aaron Fox. No way, a Fresh and Fit producer. Ay, ay, ay.
Can we talk about you kissing black men while in
That is not even true. Oh my god.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
Her voice doesn't match her face.
You had me go on Tinder dates I didn't want to go on, and then you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot. That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open
No,
relationship.
did you ask that? Okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron. Did we say
No,
that?
that is
Never?
not.
You
No.
never asked that?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. We're gonna lie to your chat now. Okay.
We're literally not lying.
I mean, why do you think she would tell the truth, though?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Correct. I did
didn't
not do
drive
that.
up on you guys together. You giving him a job in the parking lot
Dude,
in Chinatown.
These men can't even find that would make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
retarded.
Oh my God. Because stars never have sex off.
Right, so about the cheating situation, obviously
crazy.
nobody really knows what happened there. He claims to have been cheated on, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Amaranth is not exactly the most moral person in the world, but I just love how crazy this relationship actually is. So this Nick guy has an OnlyFans girlfriend / wife, right? And apparently he even encourages her to do this, right? And he pretty much like encourages her to go on dates with other guys as well. So I'm not exactly sure what the line is in their relationship. He definitely sounds like a buck, that's for sure. An Adam 22 type, you know, a Jack Doherty type who like pimps out their girlfriend, right? So it's plausible that Amaranth thought it would be okay to do this because if he has her just go on dates and stuff, I mean, it's kind of mixed messages, but maybe they have like boundaries in their relationship. What if this even is a relationship? In my opinion, open relationships, not much of a relationship. Anyways, that's just my opinion. But anyways, this next part, Amaranth keeps sort of pointing the camera at Nick and putting him in frame, right? And then he gets pretty annoyed and he tries to shut off the stream or maybe move the camera or something, and that results in Amaranth calling the police on him.
That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being.
Oh my gosh, she looks crazy. She looks scary.
I'm okay with you pointing the camera.
Well, then leave. I'm not gonna follow you.
I don't understand how these things, like, happen. Like, I mean, they're just there for the money at the end of the day, most likely. But like, just go home. You still thinking about it, Phoenix? All right, yeah. Just go home. Like, just break up. But like I said, it's just the clout and the fame and everything that's holding everything together. Does he have like a silk? Never mind. Let's just play.
So you're literally just gonna be super defiant, is that right?
Talk about problems. Hey, what is wrong with you, bro? Leave.
my
You
face.
can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view.
Bro.
What's up? What are you doing?
Calling the police.
Why?
Because you're doxing at this point. It's dangerous.
What?
You have reached the Houston
What
Emergency 911. All call takers are busy at this time.
What the heck?
Your call will be answered by the next available call taker.
All the call takers are unavailable at the police. That is crazy.
All right, here we go.
Houston 911, you need medical.
That is crazy. What the heck? Did it say all? They're all busy at the moment. Oh, that's terrifying. Imagine. Imagine.
If you wanted to get off camera, why don't you just leave the place, right? But then I guess he also wants to talk to her and sort out their issues, but she won't stop screaming because
they
it
said
seems
you
like he
could.
wanted
Who?
her to turn the stream off, but she absolutely refused to do so. So it's just this messy couple fight that you can't really make sense of, right? And there's probably a lot of
I keep hearing things
crazy
out there.
shit that they both did behind the scenes that we probably don't know about. But anyways, here's Amaranth talking to 911 and crying on the phone.
Kids can know your position on this.
What is your problem?
Strongly enough, they have to swap.
I cannot deal with this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
All your dad
She's
would
actually defending the
tip
guy who
$1.
swatted him. I
If
catalyzed.
you hate me, just kill me, please. It would be so much easier.
Random just tip
I
$1.
can't deal with this
Man.
anymore.
Oh my
More from a
God.
family member
Yelling at me,
while
I guess.
blood
I
runs
can't deal with it. You won't leave. You won't shut up.
I'm
What
talking-
did I do? The cops won't help me. No one
Oh
can help
my
me.
God.
I'm talking.
But Tom, you just asked me to leave, and we're at the same place we would be.
Oh my gosh. This is.
They will not help.
Cheap Bomb just
anything.
tipped $1.
There's nothing
Chat,
I
should
can
I ban her?
legally do. I'm just.
No, hey.
What the heck?
She's now talking to the person.
Joe Peach just tipped $1. I can't take it anymore. Guys, play some Oblivion. Take care.
They say that like betrayal.
That was Titan who typed that in. What? That was Titan.
She's now talking to the person.
Joe Peach just tipped $1. I can't take it anymore. Guys, play some Oblivion. Take care.
Titan, don't lie. This is you, Joe Peach. Just play some Oblivion.
They say that like betrayal makes the strangers bedfellows. Absolutely true.
The thing is, I don't really render. I mean, I don't really draw backgrounds like that. Especially backgrounds like in certain places like this. So I have to think about the lighting as well. Because I'm thinking about the lighting coming from the top, obviously, as you can see. But like now I'm thinking, how am I supposed to render the background? Like everything also coming from the top? Oh man. Oh man.
Joe Peach just tipped $3. Motherfucker, this is Joe. I'm coming for your ass.
I'm not
More
even
important.
doing
I'm
anything.
not saying you're doing anything. I'm facing an argument. You dumbass. Obviously, everyone can see we're on video.
Okay.
XQC
Okay.
just tipped $1.
Okay.
How did you get so stupid?
Oh my gosh. This is
You
insane.
mean how did I get
Cheap Bomb
upset that
just
you thought I was gonna have
tipped
you
$1.
murdered and
Watch
you said that
Drank
to
on
everyone
Twitch.
I wish you would now at this point. It's ridiculous what you're putting me through.
I feel like
Shut
I'm
the fuck
justified.
up.
Okay.
I feel like I'm very justified being upset that you thought I was gonna have you murdered when I saved you.
You were upset before then. Shut up.
And I still saved you.
Okay.
And then you last time you were mad at me, you told me you wish you hadn't saved me because then we wouldn't have this bond of me
Because
being attached
you
to you. Because you
were-
want to
because
divorce
you-
me. Pick what you want. Do you want me to want to divorce you?
You're slandering
Which
so
one?
hard.
I can't do anything
You're
apparently.
slandering so hard.
Leave her alone.
I said I
Leave.
wish, you know.
Did he just say leave her alone? Oh my gosh. Wait, what? It's a. Oh man. These are one of them people that you were talking about yesterday, May. Man. Hold up.
Someone you're
Apparently.
slandering so hard.
Leave her alone.
I said I
Leave.
wish.
Want to divorce
abuse
me.
her.
You're slandering
Which
so
one?
hard.
I can't do anything
You're
apparently.
slandering so hard.
And constantly
I said
gaslight her.
I wish, you know, that someone else had saved you because you have this weird attachment to like.
Weird attachment to my
Troy
husband.
just tipped $1.
Great.
Hey, Amorin,
Bro,
can you help
you
me
were
get unbanned from
rapturing
Kit?
like
That
porn.
was
keeps
this
getting me
one.
banned.
No, that was a different time
Shout out
entirely.
Cowan
This weird
W.
attachment was
Troy.
after the robbery. You dumbass.
So, how's the weather today, guys? So, I actually made sense of this somehow, right? So, apparently, one of the problems that Nick has with Amaranth is that she develops a weird attachment to people who save her. I don't know how many times she actually needed to be saved. There was definitely that one time with the robbers, but apparently after Nick saved her life, she got very attached to him, which sounds normal. I feel like if somebody saves your life, you're gonna get pretty attached to them, but maybe by attachment he means overly clingy or 24/7 wanting attention or something like that, right? At least that's what I'm guessing. And that is one of the things they are arguing about how she's really clingy or something like that. Anyways, I just gotta point this out, right? Who is watching this stream? I'm seeing that chat go. I know, I guess they can't all be bots, right? So I feel like you got one life and this is how you're spending it. You're watching Amaranth. Anybody watching the stream, you have to wear a helmet at all times because we need to make sure your stupidity just doesn't like wirelessly transfer to anybody else, right? And people are donating as well. I mean, I guess they just love watching a train wreck. It's kind of like why people donate to Johnny Somali as well. They just like to see people melt down. Anyways, it continues to get worse. Amaranth sort of
that's
crawls
true.
up on the
Think about it
floor
that
in a
way.
fetal position, crying. And Nick is trying to talk to someone over the phone, trying to fix the situation like a sort of hostage negotiation.
Yeah, I think you're in a loop right now, but I don't understand, Angelica. I don't understand why. Because we have been making sure she only gets at most one Vyvanse a day. I don't even think you didn't take one today. And so it's like.
Oh, so she's on drugs too?
Acting like she's looping, or at least I'm assuming that because the conspiracy theory thing. But otherwise, it's kind of imperceptible to tell that she's acting irregular, except that also she just doesn't kind of care about anything.
I have not slept. I have not eaten. I have hardly drank. I have water. And I'm stuck.
Well, I agree, but like we're kind of past that right now. Like I didn't want to. So hey, just for you to know the full context, Angelica. All night, I was telling her, let's turn off stream. Let's turn off stream. Let's not do this on stream.
You started.
And every time,
You chose to.
every time, I'm gonna put it on speakerphone so it's more fair. Any time that I said that, she would grab it and refuse. And I'm like, okay. So she kept wanting to stream it.
Okay, that really exposes a light on the situation here because if one person is trying to turn off the stream this entire time and one person is trying to keep it going, I don't know what that says because clearly somebody's trying to, platform this for attention or something because she doesn't want to turn off the stream and then she's cried up in the fetal position there, but then doesn't he have control of the stream right now? Why don't you just turn off the stream? Okay, now I'm confused. What the hell is going on? By the way, full-grown adults. I feel like getting into that position in front of the internet, like it curled up on the floor like a little baby, and while also streaming it for views and attention, you gotta be a different level of mental, right? Both of these nut jobs need to be in a mental institution. And like people are saying, fake and stuff like that, and I get that, obviously. I'm definitely off that perspective as well, sometimes. But after looking at all these clips, you gotta understand that they have not slept for like days, right? This has been going on for 24 hours straight, it seems, and like everything is streamed, so I don't think you can fake this level of meltdown. I feel like
They've been streaming. Like, why do people do that? 24-hour streams.
About your husband and all that.
That would
like,
never
like the
happen.
stuff that
I will
happened
never.
before. But this is like, bro, they're actually. I don't know how much of this you can fake. If I'm getting bamboozled, fair enough. I don't really know what they actually gain from this. To be honest, it just seems like they're just ruining their reputation even more. Highly doubt you're gonna get more subs from this or anything like that. In fact, this is probably just gonna turn simps away because I guess even simps are gonna be like, holy fuck, what the hell am I watching, It's kind of hard to get your knob cranking to this,
Oh my
I suppose,
gosh.
unless you're a real freak, right? But anyways, let's move on to this clip of Nick saying that he's mad that they only earn $1 million a month now instead of $2.
We have a kit contract. And we still do OnlyFans. She does. Right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone used to make in 22 and 2022 and 2023, and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million. Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans did about 1.2, 1.3. Sometimes 1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5. But you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I love how he says we. That is absolutely hilarious. Maybe they have some sort of business contract behind the scenes where he handles some of the work. I imagine a lot of the simps that are donating to Amaranth, they need a bunch of people to reply to the sims. So I imagine this is the guy doing it, right? He's the guy chatting to the losers, donating to her OnlyFans. And wow, complaining about $1 million a month, that is the most fucking out of touch shit I've ever seen in my life. Also, maybe this is what Amaranth meant by he's forcing me to do OnlyFans. Now, obviously grossly exaggerated, and she clearly wanted to do it herself as well. But it seems like this guy is this business-minded sort of guy trying to exploit her to the maximal extent, right? He's sort of like a Jack Doherty type where he's just like, oh no, but you can make so much more money, you gotta stream more, you gotta do more OnlyFans or whatever. So he's probably like nudging her in that direction, right? Because he's getting upset at $1 million a month here. Like, what, like, somebody explain to me, what are they even doing with all of this money? Isn't Amaranth worth like 50 mil? Hasn't she invested in a bunch of like businesses? She owns a bunch of gas stations or whatever. Just retire. Holy shit.
She owns gas stations?
It will never amaze me how incredibly stupid some rich people are. This just shows you that you can have pretty much all the money in the world and still be terribly unhappy because you just got different problems. Like maybe you're just a fucking psycho. Anyways, they continue arguing, calling each other unhinged, and they keep arguing about their dogs.
Like normally.
No, I'm in a sane one, Nick,
No.
and you were in an insane mindset.
No, you're just something is mentally unhinged for you right now because normally.
No, it's
normally,
literally you. You are
normally
unhinged.
when you know that we're being swatted, you're at least concerned for the dogs, and you're almost.
I was not
I mean,
concerned.
wait, if they know where you live, like, wouldn't you just move out? I mean, if you could. And if she owns gas stations, I mean, she got money. What is it called again? I need another reference for this shirt. Like how it looks. But yeah, wouldn't you just like leave? Cause are they back at the same? Oh, are they drinking too? Oh yeah. Yeah, I see where the problems are lying here.
In this case, because one, I know that the dogs aren't in here, so there's nothing for me to be concerned, and I know that they aren't from on the outside.
They're like on the patio, and then
Either on the patio concealed.
Trumps can jump over things.
I don't have to be concerned if I didn't hear a shot go off.
Right, so they have about 7 dogs, right? And that's quite a lot to handle, right? That's like a big problem for them. Like, oh, you're so rich, but then you spend all your time doing dog chores. And I'm just like, why'd you get 7 dogs then? And like, why not hire people to help you out? You got so much money, you could probably hire an entire person for each dog and have tons of money left over. So it's so stupid. I don't even know what the hell I'm watching. What an absolute train wreck. And it obviously doesn't help that they stream everything and then they end up having people witness this and harass them as well. Apparently they got swatted as well, which is all around unfortunate, right? Here is a moment that started the whole 12+ hour altercation between Amaranth and her husband.
What? What the fuck was that? Oh, here we go again. Oh, is her life just dog chores now or what?
No.
Is that him?
We haven't done any all day.
This man is just sitting up, relaxing. Look at he got the Michael Jackson 8s. What the? Look, this man just sitting and chilling, legs up. I mean, I guess life is good. I guess.
I know, but we gotta do
Penny
like
Lopez.
7 in a row at night.
Only have the f***ing fence right now, otherwise they would be out in their yard more because they're having the stuff freaking started. Why do you just complain? You don't have to help me if you don't want to. You can go smoke with them on your lounge and I'll deal with it.
I complain
This man got a lounge.
in order to make things better.
This honestly makes me happy. People with literally infinite wealth here are more miserable than the average person. Then they keep screaming at each other over the dogs shitting around the house.
You like smoking cigars actively. Why do you compare things that you can't compare? Why are you insane?
You know, we have 7 dogs. Are you honestly?
And none of them have shit at the house. Crazy, right?
They shit all over the outside.
Yeah, that's what dogs do. Where do you want it to go?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
You chose to get 7.
Oh, it was him?
Yes,
5.
I hate them. It's so weird.
Oh my god!
You are supposed to do it, but you also
I
take care
literally
of them.
told you
But you hate them.
that you
But
can't
don't like
complain
them.
about them. You agreed you wouldn't
You're
complain
right.
about them. You got
I hate
7.
them. I don't
You're
like them. I
crazy.
agreed to 7.
You suggested 2 more.
Warning to everybody, do not get 7 dogs. First off, you gotta be pretty flippin' rich to even consider getting 7 dogs, but wow, I've never seen people lose their minds this much over the most basic argument ever. Like, man, just get helpers. Like, apparently they've gone to therapy and shit like that as well, but it's just not helped them. And I just can't put my finger on whether this is like genuine or not, because like it's still being streamed to the internet. Because I feel like if it ever got serious, you would immediately want to cut off the stream, right? And both of them have had opportunities to cut off the stream, but they chose not to. So it's like, oh man, but they do look genuinely distressed. But anyways, Amaranth's husband actually responded to this situation and people just sort of commenting on what's going on.
Negative comments, right? Endless negative comments. It didn't affect me. Like, I've always heard streamers say, and you know, she's always told me, oh, you know, eventually eats at you. Eventually eats at you. Maybe that's true. We'll find out. But for now, it doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't. Like, I can read it and smile, right? It's not that I don't register it. It's just that, like, I don't know, like, oh wow, there's a person in the world that doesn't like me. Like, so?
Exactly.
Right? Like, there's probably a lot of those.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fine. Okay? Let them say their shit. You know, I don't mind that at all.
Right, so you're totally fine, right? You're totally normal. This is a normal couple thing to do, you know, live stream a meltdown, call the police on each other, scream at each other.
Definitely
you know,
not.
She was calling you abusive and a horrible husband to the internet a while back. I don't know why you were okay with that as well, or you never defended yourself, but now you're coming on. I think you're a psycho, to be honest. I feel like any man willingly getting into a relationship with someone like Amaranth has got to be a certain level of psycho. And this is just ultimate copium to say that this doesn't bother you when you are melting down. It just sucks that he kind of looks like Glenn from Walking Dead.
Yo, I'm telling you right now. I was like, yo, this guy looks so familiar to me. But there you go. There you go. I'm telling you, like, I don't know why. I was just like, I didn't want to say nothing crazy. Because I didn't be like, oh, well, just not all people look. I'm like, but look it. He kind of do look like him.
It just sucks that he kind of looks like Glenn
He
from
kinda do.
Walking Dead, you know? I feel like I have a good memory with that character, you know? Anyways, here's what people are saying. Has to be an act. Everything Amaranth does is for attention and clout. Not falling for this shit again. They're both insane. I wonder if they have drug problems. The content farm is insane. At what cost? Why are we acting like this isn't scripted? Anyways, click this video or you get 7 dogs and an OnlyFans girlfriend who calls the cops on you while in the fetal position. And no, you don't get the $1 million a month. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
This tea is about an artist who is accused of using AI art in their processes and for tracing AI work specifically. This is tweeted out by Bugga BU. I'm just going to refer to them as Buggy. Whether it's traced over AI or not, it's clearly traced over. I mean, look through the account. Sucks somebody can do stuff like this and gain so much support, while there's many artists who work hard to hone their skills, complete understanding of perspective and anatomy, but the lines stay chicken scratched. Color theory is that of a beginner artist sometimes, but other times it's not. I don't know if we are pretending to be this hard-headed. I don't like saying things like this, but it gets me upset. They refuse to show their whole process because of post-aesthetics. Are we smooth? I'll eat my words if they prove, but this looks like something I see on DeviantArt in 2012. Let's first go down their account, okay? So their account is full of artwork of theirs. You know, we have a piece like this, we have a piece like this, we have a piece like this. And while suspicious, right? You know, I don't have anything to claim on these pieces. Does it look kind of AI-esque? Yes. But again, without substantial proof, I'm not gonna say anything. This is where I start getting suspicious now. And again, a lot of people will criticize me and everybody else who is calling artists out for using AI or heavily using AI in their work. Again, I feel like I can say this about myself and other people can say this about themselves also. We are not people who will go out of our way to try to like purge artists off social media platforms because we don't want them to succeed. I don't like AI art. So if I see AI art usage or etc., I will call people out on it because it's fucked up. And a lot of people also state, oh, why are you like heavily scrutinizing somebody's art? Like you're pointing out all their little mistakes. I am an artist. I make these mistakes. It's a lose-lose scenario, right? Either I claim somebody's using AI art or AI in their work, and then people will be like, you don't have enough proof. Or I scrutinize their artwork to provide you the proof. And then you're like, oh, you're harassing artists for scrutinizing their work. Blah, blah, blah. So I will scrutinize the pieces. It's only for those people who are not artists themselves. If you are not an artist, I need to kind of give more of a perspective on why things look like AI to me as somebody who is an artist. I do not think they actually generated this piece using AI. I think they traced over AI artwork. That is the claim, that they traced over AI. This is hand painted, yeah.
I don't. I saw her on TikTok one time making a video, and then I watched one of her videos, and then now I see her videos everywhere. But she's talking about AI, and this person traced over some AI, apparently. And let's see what happens.
Yes, but it is painted over AI. So one thing that you can look over here is the hair. We have a thin strand of hair, and then it gets thicker and disappears into this other strand of hair, and it doesn't reappear behind it. There's this gap here. Where did the hair go? AI, again, does not know object permanence, okay? If one object goes behind another object...
I see too many innocent artists. I was literally watching a video before about this girl. Hold up. She was like going on a rant about like how people are calling her stuff AI. She was going in on these people, and I was like, yeah, because the thing is, what sucks about it is like I can draw in a way, right? I can draw in a way or in a style that has been put into AI, right? So if I end up drawing really well, right, in my style, they may think that I use AI because this style that I use is being put into AI programs and stuff. And it sucks because it's just like when everybody just starts just randomly saying that you're using it when you're like, nah, what are you talking about? It sucks, especially because now they're like, oh well, we don't believe these time lapses that you guys are doing. I'm just like, huh. So what do you want from me? You know, what do you want from me?
Hi, hello,
Themselves. Exactly.
How's it going?
This chick right here. I saw this video today. To the point where they're literally putting themselves in a drawing on the tablet with bodies exposed and tablets goes in the layer showing. Exactly. Like the exact man.
People online are really annoying, and people who are chronically online should be on a watch list. If you agree, please sign my petition and maybe a world will be a better place. Today I just wanted to talk to you, just have a little rant about some thoughts I had recently. Ever since the AI development, the atmosphere within the art community has been rocky, to say the least, which is understandable because before, when someone would ask me, oh, did you draw this yourself? I would just shake my head because what kind of stupid question is that? What, do you think my mom drew this for me, or what do you mean? But now it has become a perfectly valid question to ask someone. It's crazy. And for some people, that was a moment they waited for their entire life, it seems like. And they just took that question and ran with it. And instead of looking out for themselves and working on their art and learning and improving, they discovered a new hobby of searching for artists who they can accuse of using AI to make themselves feel better. So whenever they see someone who actually puts in the work and time and effort, and because of that draws better than them, they can just brush it off by saying, huh, well, that's obviously AI. And whenever I see those comments under my drawings or the drawings of other people who I know for
I kind of
a
like
fact
it
do
when
not
people
use
say that
AI,
on my
it's
drawings.
very obvious they
like,
don't.
oh really?
I wouldn't say that upsets me. It doesn't upset me that my art
Really?
gets accused of AI because like, I know for a fact my art is an AI, so like why would I be upset about it? What upsets me is stupid people. I cannot stand stupid people. And anyone who has ever left an AI accusation comment with absolutely no research or evidence behind it is a stupid person. I'm saying this because in order to check if my art is AI or not, you don't have to dig deep. All you have to do is make one swipe, go to my profile, and you'll immediately see that I post speed paints for every single drawing. You brain-rotted fool. And with the majority of other artists, the process is pretty much the same, yet I see those comments everywhere. Do you get why I find that annoying? Why I just cannot wrap my mind around it? One swipe. Dude, one swipe is all it takes. But what's worse is there are two types of AI accusations. The first type is people, asking, wondering, questioning, is this AI? This looks kind of AI. I might be wrong, but is this AI? Which is still like
Chop it, I know.
because it took you twice as long to type in that comment that it would have taken you to just make one swipe, go to my
I love
profile
the
and
style.
check. But that is in my book.
It's like so.
okay
It looks so
for you.
soft.
But what's absolutely mind-boggling is the second type of people.
Yours distinct
who
enough?
are
I mean,
not
yeah, but it's
even
like still
stupid, but
people still will comment that, especially because there's times where I just like to try new different things, you know. So if I just saw somebody do something, and I'm like, you know what, I want to try that in a new piece, and I'll try it, and then now the style looks pretty different. They're like, oh, well, you do both different styles, so it's not really the same style, so it has to be AI. I'm just like, really? I can't be experimenting, you know, like I can't try nothing new. I'm just like, all right, sure. But it doesn't really bother me, especially when I know. I kind of take it as like a, huh, because typically, people say things that are AI is like when there's simple mistakes, but it looks so good that there shouldn't be the mistakes that are there. So I must have did something right if you're thinking that it's AI, you know. So that's why I kind of like it, you know. I kind of wish I got it a little bit more. So I'm just like, because once they sit on one piece, and I'm like, dang, this piece must be that good that this ain't this AI, gosh, right? And then a different one, they don't say it. I'm like, oh, so this one wasn't good enough to get that stamp of AI. But yeah, you know, people are gonna continue to do that. But I hate when they don't really know and they say it, which really does suck. Because you can tell pretty much. Like if I look at a picture long enough, and obviously AI is getting a lot better, so it's getting harder. But if I look at a picture long enough, I feel like I could tell if it's AI, depending on like how would they do it. Like if it's just a face, because some people too, what they do is they generate AI and then they paint over it to fix all the mistakes. That's when it starts getting really tricky.
They are so unbelievably confident in their stupidity. They are so confident in something they're so wrong about. Oh my god, they don't even question it for a second. They just state, LOL, this is so AI. Nice AI art. Who are you trying to fool? This is obviously AI. Just the thought of those people later just going about their day thinking that they're right, thinking that they ate with those comments is something that keeps me awake at night. And even if someone straight up tells them that they're wrong, they just refuse to believe it. Even recently in a video that I posted titled making my starter pack with no AI, someone still commented, but isn't it still AI? I know you said no AI, but like, isn't it AI anyways? Just like, why? Why would you say that? And I just don't get the urge to be this mastermind detective with no detective skills because you don't actually do any research or investigation, and also your verdict is completely false. But I just don't understand what's going on through people's heads. Why do you want to do that to fellow artists? Why? Is your life so boring you're trying to start some drama online every chance you get? Are you so insecure about your own art that you label anyone who draws better than you as AI? Or what's the deal? I genuinely don't understand.
And that really
what
sucks
is the
though too,
motive.
especially with like new artists. It's like I've heard that like they're scared to draw, or they don't even want to draw because they don't want to get accused of using AI. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Because even if I'm just like, you know, see what you want. It's like there's some people who are already nervous enough to post. They have another reason not to, which really sucks. Because I'm for posting your stuff online, you know? Like your art, anyway. I feel like it gives you a good understanding of how people see your stuff, and you hopefully you get into a good community where there are like-minded people, you know, artists as well, who are around your level. Like I remember when I started posting, there was this girl who I wouldn't say, I mean, I'd say she was it's weird to say it like that. She was a little bit better than me, you know? Like I feel like we were in the same like level, right? But she was ahead in the class, right? And I remember I messaged her and I was like, there's this piece that I'm working on. I don't really know what's wrong with it, but there's something wrong with it. And then I sent it to her and she was like, oh no, don't worry about it. And she looked at it and then she painted over it and she said, well, this is how I would think about it. And I was like, for real? And then I took it back and then I started tweaking on it as well, trying to get that same effect. and then gave it back to her. She's like, "Oh, it looks really good." Da, da, da. And then she was showing me stuff, and I'm like, "Yo, this is so dope." It was just so cool, you know. It was just so cool. Like the art community back then was just so. It was such a vibe. Like everybody was in there, but like we all trying to grind. But now it's like we still have those people, and I still try to like if I see an artist, I still try to encourage them to keep going and doing all that like a smaller artist. But I'm just like, oh man, it's kind of crazy out here, you know. And even those same people that I was talking about, like they're getting to a point where they don't even want to like talk anymore or give advice anymore and things like that. And some of them are like, well, they don't even believe me anymore. They keep thinking I do AI, and I'm just like, I've been drawing for so many years. I'm like, yeah, I know, I was there. And I'm like, dang, I feel bad. It really does suck. It really does. But you just gotta keep going, man. Just keep going with it. But yeah, I love this piece. Honestly, it looks really cool.
Understand that AI development has instilled some deep trust issues into the art community, to the point where maybe some people get paranoid and think that everyone is trying to fool them now, so they just throw AI accusations left and right to just avoid being fooled. But I mean, I think if you're at that point, I think it's time to go offline. Really, please.
Yeah.
It's tough enough for artists out there because the AI development drew a bunch of unwanted attention to artists from people who have never made anything original in their life. And are weirdly proud of that as well. Proud of not being capable of making anything themselves. That's a weird phenomenon. But now those people who have never interacted with an artist before are going and harassing artists in the comments. I'm talking about AI bros, in case that wasn't clear enough. And those losers are sitting in their mom's basements and saying, "Oh, hey artist, haha, joke's on you, you're all going to be replaced by AI, and it's going to draw 10 times better and faster than you." That is hilarious, dude. You're so pathetic. Yes, AI could potentially replace anyone who does anything. You know who AI will never replace? You. Because you don't do or create anything of value. There's nothing to replace. You're so uninteresting that even AI doesn't give a shit about you. So I guess you can be happy about that. I don't know. I remember a while ago seeing a comment saying like, don't you think it's kind of harsh that you called people who use AI worthless or something like that? And that is a really funny comment because no, I don't actually. How come I have never had the urge to use AI
Crash out, miss.
in any way? Like ever. That does
Crash
not
out.
seem fun to me. It's as if people were having fun Googling stuff. Like, it's literally the same thing. You're just Googling shit. You're just typing in anime girl in a swimming suit, and you get served a bunch of images. Man, I cannot believe this. I literally typed in Shrek, and it gave me images of Shrek. How did it do that? This is so entertaining. Are you out of your mind? I don't get it, man. I mean, I do get the joy of creating something, of having an idea and then working on bringing that idea to life. But with AI, you're not doing that. You're again just Googling and taking someone else's work. What's the satisfaction of doing that? How can you be happy and proud of yourself for doing that? You didn't do anything. That's not your work.
Oh, this is
you
dope
did
too.
nothing. And for people who
Hold up.
go in the comments and say, "Oh, but I use
I don't want to
AI
rewind it because I
to
want to hear her
help
talk.
me
But
do my homework or fix my grammar." And
this
I use
is
it.
dope. Oh crap! Why did it do that? Why did it crash now? But this is really cool. I love this expression
Your
too,
work.
and the
You
style,
did
the proportions of the face. It's really nice.
nothing. And for people who are gonna go in the comments and say, "Oh, but I use AI to help me do my homework or fix my grammar, and I used it once or twice for shits and giggles with my friends." Or what about the people who use it in the medical field or the science field? Then what? Is it also bad? Am I also a bad
You know
person?
what?
That's
I really wanna. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna try it here, but I like these dark areas right here that she's doing for like those darker shadows. And I think I'm gonna actually use them in this piece right here, because I really like the look of those really strong darker shadows. You see, this is what's happening. I ended up taking things like that.
Is it also bad? Am I also a bad person? That's obviously not what I'm talking about in this video. It's not about you. Relax. I think if you're using AI ethically, you know that you're using AI ethically and that there is no problem. And I think people who use AI unethically are also very well aware of that. So when artists already have to deal with AI bros harassing them, it's very sad that we also have to deal with fellow
Spawning
artists
blocks.
who are supposed to be supporting each other, but instead they're just bringing more distress into the art community. And don't get me wrong, I think it is good to call
This is
people
so
out
dope. I
for
love this
bad
style.
behavior. If
I
someone
saw her
is
the
actually
first
stealing
time.
art or
The first piece that I crashed again. The first piece that I saw of her was, or video that I saw of her was when she did the Sam Does Art OC challenge. You know what? I don't even know why I don't do. Oh, I don't even subscribe to her. I don't know why I don't do. I mean, I only saw those videos, so it doesn't make sense for me to just randomly subscribe. I should. I do like her art, so I guess I might subscribe. Yeah, you know why not? But this video right here.
how's it going? My name is Valeria. I'm a self-taught digital artist, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm not the only artist on YouTube. Yeah, this platform is impacted by
And
so
she
many
did the
creative
Sam
individuals,
Does Art
and
challenge.
isn't that just for pretty cool? And so I just kind of kept going. Maybe that was a mistake, you know. Green warning
And
to
like
draw
just the
that is because I
style.
felt
Look at
like
this. Just the sketch right. I mean the lines here are just so clean and nice.
because of the pose I chose, it
Oh, I
would
forgot
look
to bring
kind
it
of
back on.
crowded right here. Because she has these bunny ears and glasses would look kind of out of place in my opinion. And also because we got green eye color that, yeah, but I think no
Like
matter how modest
look.
or explicit you make your
Her art just looks so soft here. You see that? So nice, so
art
nice.
to be, it doesn't
Why
really
is streaming
matter.
earlier? It's cause
People will find something to criticize you for either way, whether that be safe face syndrome, sexualization, unrealistic looks, or the lack of inclusivity. Like, oh, why are all your characters the same age, gender, race, body type? And I think for most artists, it's impossible to check all of those boxes. Most
I
of us
change everything. None of my characters have the same of anything really. I think I try to change it up a bit. I mean, besides like certain of them have basic proportions, but besides the two that I have that are twins, actually I have like besides the twins that I have, I try to make sure everybody looks pretty different.
specialize in something specific. Some people do only draw pretty girls' portraits, and that's okay. That's their thing. I think if drawing a specific theme brings you joy and you don't get tired of it, if it's fun for you, then draw that. The thing is, I don't think anyone has to be inclusive and draw the entire
Okay, she's using
spectrum and
Procreate.
range
Okay.
of human looks or whatever that might be. It is not anyone's sole responsibility to bring inclusivity and positivity into the art community. The art community is so diverse on its own. There are so many
I mean, yeah,
artists
people
and
do that,
niches,
but it's like
and every
I
art
feel like usually that happens in the beginning when you're still new to art, right? Which is fine. I understand that. Like a lot of my older characters, they looked pretty similar, I'd say. But once I was able to once I started watching One Piece really and starting to see how crazy people stylize characters and stuff, then I started pushing it a lot more. Right? So I try to stylize my characters, push their proportions. Like I have characters with like extremely long necks and stuff, as you guys know. So it's like it's really cool. Let's see. If I were to be wait, is this the same layer? No, it's a different one, right? Yeah, it's a different one. So if I were to draw like a character, making her a bit on the chubbier side, let's say. Let's do like a red line instead, so I can see. If I were to make like on the chubbier side, you know, we start doing the similar proportions of the stuff here, and then the hips here, and then the rib cage here, right? And then I give her a smaller head, give her a longer neck, keeping everything pretty same. Maybe giving her some longer arms, right? I said bigger, but I would make her thinner here. I could make her bigger, but like just things like this, you know, changing up the proportions of my characters. It just makes it really fun, you know. And then I have like a whole, like I actually have like a whole race that I created of just different characters and stuff. It just makes it really cool. And obviously, if I were to like actually do this, let's get her silhouette going. And we foot here, calf here. It's bad. It's bad. I know. But like, hopefully you understand like what I meant by like the proportions are pretty different from these two girls that are sitting right here. Yeah, proportions are pretty different. And she's a lot taller too. She's a lot taller from where she is positioned. Yeah, she has to crawl down to go up here. Oh wait, did you finish the 3 full bodies, Zura? Those are the proportions. I'm telling you, this is why when I tell you to learn the basic proportions first, because once you learn them, it makes it a lot easier for you to then realize, you know what? I actually feel like Lotus should have longer legs. Then you can still have the same proportions at first, the halfway where the hips are, and then you're like, you know what? Let's extend it a little bit. So now we still have that top part, which should still be broken into 3, but we make her legs longer. Right? And then you're like, okay, I want her to have a longer neck. What you could do, if you want to have her head at a, you know, certain size, you can put this higher, right? But understanding these things is really the best thing, you know, the best part. And now you have a different proportioned character. Making sure her elbows still should come down here, arms down here, maybe even longer arms, because longer legs and longer arms usually work together. Sadly, not yet. I'm working on them. Alright, no, it's fine. It's fine. But I love this girl style.
Anyone can find something that suits their taste. So I mean, there's
okay.
skills because I was often struggling to.
Wait, where's the final drawing? I want to show you guys the final.
Or having the skill to draw the full range from feminine to masculine characters, and knowing how feminine and masculine bodies change depending on their body type, fat, and muscle mass proportions. Dude, that is so much. Give artists a break. Okay. Listen, I'm proud of myself. This took me 14.5 hours total, which is really fast for me. I was always very self-conscious.
See, this is why when I tell you just draw at your own pace, you don't need to be drawn. You don't need to draw as fast as humanly possible, you know? 14 hours it took her. I was thinking, okay, yes, it took her more than half a day to do this, right? Which, it looks amazing, right? But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take you, as long as you get it done.
Boobies drawing skills, because I was often struggling to make them look appealing. I think mostly because I was making them too round and didn't know how to shape them better. So
see, everybody starts somewhere. Look at this. Look at this. Everybody starts somewhere. You see what she got here? And look at her old stuff. What is what's going on here? But you see, everybody starts somewhere.
Unnatural and stiff, but here I'm actually really happy with this. Her hair looks like slime or putty, you know, like green metallic putty. But when I took a second look at this drawing, I realized it looks exactly like the character I made in my last boss.
Oh, that looks amazing too.
Look at that. Skin color, hair color, bunny ears. Are you kidding me? That's exactly the same, except last one had a puppy. This one has RPG-7 rocket launcher. Choose your character. Press like if you think they should fight. Let's move on to our second character, and let me quickly remind you what we had. We had this skin with scars, reptile eyes, blue, dreadlocks, this spicy club feather outfit, and elf ears and jewelry. I think elf stuff is a little out of place here, but everything. And I often get comments saying that they actually appreciate that idea,
this face.
and that makes them feel less anxious about the base of this. And you know what? That's fine and cool. every brush stroke is intentional.
Look it. Hold on, let me zoom in. You guys might be able to see. Oh, this is below, huh? Go up. Look at her art, man. It is amazing. Like, it's just crazy looking at it. And they said it's AI. I mean, I feel like she does too many hands for this to be an AI piece. But like I said, some people, they trace over the AI that they generated, which is crazy. But that's how you can get away with it.
Place. And plus, of course, my works are heavily line art reliant. You turn off my line art, you get this. And you know what? That's fine and cool. And I always state how many hours the drawing took me, and I often get comments saying that they actually appreciate that I do that, and that makes them feel less anxious about the pace of their drawing. It's once every 10 or 14 days or post something. So I'm sorry, but on this channel we are always late to trends and art talk drama. Because I saw he had Gojo on his wallpaper, and I asked like, oh, how long have you been watching it? And he was like, well, about 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, okay, what season are you on? How many episodes have you watched? And he said 5, which is not too bad. He could have said 1, but man, that was so like funny and crazy to me. 5 episodes in 2 weeks. For me, a 24 episode anime is a 1-day thing. That's only 8 hours.
That's about it for real. Like a 24 episode. That's about a day, you know, 8 hours.
Fun anime I found for the weekend, because if the anime is good and Jujutsu Kaisen is really good, then
this had to be a setup, right? I don't remember talking about this.
Look, I'm invested. I cannot just watch one episode and go do something else. I don't want to. I will bring my iPad everywhere I go. I will watch it while I brush my teeth, while I cook, while I eat, while I draw. That becomes my biggest interest and priority for the day. And they just don't do that. They're not invested in anything. I'm not just saying that. I saw that with my own eyes. Even the way they play games. They have like 50 different games on their iPads that they play simultaneously, and they constantly download new ones that they play for
you're talking about
5
iPad
minutes.
kids.
They're not invested in them at all. They're just tapping. Sometimes they don't even care to figure out how the game works. I know I sound like, kids these days, but I just remember when I got my first mobile device and started exploring mobile games, I always had like 5 games that I played max, and those were all different games for different purposes, you know? I always had one farm game, like My Singing Monsters, The Tribes,
You heard her?
Day. Then I had some running game, like Subway Surfers or Temple Run. I had a time killer game like Doodle Jump, Helix Jump, Jelly Jump. I had
Helix.
Sudoku or some other puzzle.
Yep, solitary.
And Minecraft, obviously. And when I played a game, I was really invested in that game. I had goals. I had everyday missions to do. I had some record I wanted to beat, or a new skin or character I wanted to save up my coins for. I was serious about it. I've never donated a single cent into any game in my life. Never ever. Because that's not cool. If you just buy it, that's not cool. It doesn't make you cool in the game. What's the point of that? I wanted to earn it. I wanted to do it myself.
You know what? It's crazy. Oh, let's go back to her. Talking about AI. My fault. This crazy thing is like, I don't know where she's from, but like, everybody that's like from where she's from, they just be drawing like really good. It's like the 4th artist that I've seen draw really well that has like an accent similar to hers.
Using AI and pretending to be an artist and taking commissions from customers who
That
are
is when it's
kept
messed up.
unaware that the painting that they paid for has been completely AI generated and they are being scammed. Or if someone is treating other artists poorly or treating their customers poorly or impersonating another artist, they should absolutely be called out for that. This kind of behavior should be publicly condemned and shamed for, because that can save other people from getting scammed. But when you have no evidence, no proof, you're just throwing around accusations based on nothing, you're not doing any good to anyone. You're just being annoying. Stop it. Get some help. Just do 5 seconds of bare minimum research before typing a comment. It's not that hard. And I mean, with AI, there is not much we can do about it. Like, the technology already exists. You cannot uninvent the technology. It's already out there. And it's sad that some people just gave up on art or stopped posting their art online because they're so scared AI is going to steal it. But I don't think that is the way to go at all. That's just giving AI what it wants. Artists stop doing art, get bullied off the internet, and AI art prevailing. Cool. Is that what we want? Is that our goal? I think what we should do is keep making art and keep a strong, friendly community that more people will want to be a part of. So people keep pursuing and enjoying art. If someone enters the
You
art
bought a book?
community and all they see
An
is
art
just
book?
people getting bullied left and right for either being a beginner and their art being too bad, or being too good at art and being labeled as AI, then nobody will want to be a part of that community. It sucks. Keep making art, keep posting art. If it will make you feel better, use those anti-AI filters or whatever, but keep doing it and just ignore AI. Don't use it, don't interact with it, don't support people who use it. Just do your own thing and support and encourage people who are also doing their own thing, because that is really all we can do. I hope that AI development will change its path and start being used for good instead of what is being used for right now. I think it has the potential to be that way, with a lot more restrictions and regulations being put in place by the big people up there, because right now it's violating so many laws and human rights. I don't know why, but I can't change it, so I just prefer not to think about it and just keep doing my own thing and hope for the better. And I hope you do too. Anyways, this was my little rant. I know some of this stuff I already talked about here and there.
This is so dope. Commission, don't use, please. 20 hours. It looks amazing. I like this kid character right here. The design is dope. It makes me think of my OC. What is his name? Kazu, I think his name is. Is it Kazu? But it makes me think of him. So nice, so nice. Yeah, cause like, I don't know, man. Like AI is getting crazy, and it's getting really good that people are being like, it's hard for people to tell. And so if you're an artist, or if you're just starting out and you're new to this game, you won't be able to tell, right? And it's already getting harder to tell. So now you're using that to reference, and then everything is just going downhill, which really sucks.
Hello everybody! Today is a special video because we are about to expose this guy.
Uh-oh.
That's right,
We're
this
exposing
channel
people.
is evolving from teaching art babies to busting Picasso wannabes. Hey! Anyway, quick disclaimer, do not send hate, threats, or harassment to the individual mentioned in this video. Let's educate, not hate. But that doesn't mean I won't call out what he did, because in my opinion, what he did was seriously unethical and dishonest. Alright, story time. I was just scrolling
I'm
through
telling you,
Instagram.
there's no, like, every artist, bro. Every artist is from a different country.
When I stumbled across a reel by this guy, Are Kushizu underscore 11, and my first thought was, damn, this looks AI as hell. And then I also noticed I didn't see the follow button, so I was like, wait, do I follow this dude? So I checked his profile, and yep, I do. I also noticed that some well-known artists that I follow, who as far as I know aren't fans of generative AI, are following this dude. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And also because I'm a good person. So I'm like, okay, he might be legit. But boy, I can shake this feeling that his art might be AI generated. So I scanned some of his previous works, and then I found this. Can you guess what's wrong? Yep.
Okay. Like, it's bad. Like, I mean, it's off. I mean, but yeah. Cause I'm thinking of like user error. Like like beginner era and stuff. But like, I feel like there's such a heavy level of understanding of like lighting and shadows and everything, and rendering to make these mistakes, like with these muscles and everything, how they're lining up. Obviously the abs, but like I'm looking at other things as well, which kinda look a bit off.
That's right. The hands. It's like his fingers are weirdly
That isn't the first
connected to
thing.
his palm. It looks very weird to me. But I told myself, okay, one artwork alone doesn't mean his work is AI generated. Maybe that's just his stylistic choice. So I kept scrolling back, and then I found this. Notice anything off?
All right, listen. If this was real, wait, do I follow this person? Hold on, cause the style kind of look pretty familiar. I mean, the look, the image looks pretty familiar. Let's see. Wait, what the heck? We go back before I go there. What the heck is this? Oh, this is. All right, never mind. All right, so are. Do I follow? Oh, I don't. I mean, mm, 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 I mean, ooh, this looks cool. But it's like, cause I'm thinking like, is it though? Is he using AI? Oh, this right here is. Okay, listen. I feel like he uses AI, but he also doesn't at the same time. I feel like it's a mixture of AI and himself. Commissions open. Whips though. All right, let me go check. But I love the look. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. But yeah, let's just get up out of here. Let's just get up out of here. Whip. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. And I showed you how to do the hands, so hopefully you're doing the method that I showed you. And you are not using the method that I showed you, but okay, it looks like you got the proportion there. That is correct. I mean, it kind of looks like you're trying that method a little bit. It does look like you're trying that method a little bit, but the thing is, right? It's not looking too off, right? But I think what would help you a lot when you're drawing your arm is to still have first the base of the arm, like the skeleton of the arm. You know what I mean? Like knowing where you're going to put the arm before you do so, before you start adding the bolt of lightning. You wouldn't even need to do that. Maybe a little. And I want you to remember also the shape of the arm. It like goes into itself or each other like a chain. So it's like this to this to this. So this part will be this way, this part will be this way, and then this part will be this way. So it's like going here, hooking into the back. Just so you know, like wherever these areas are going, the other will be the opposite direction. And obviously, you know, the hand, you can do like a nice simple box until you add your thumb, and then you add your fingers. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Ow. Ow. Yeah, it was something else. That lady was out here doing something.
we have a case of an artist, and this person has been canceled for using AI art and then continues to do it on another account. And there's also allegations of photoshopping fursuits that they were trying to sell to people. It's a really big deep dive. It goes over the course of a couple of years. So this is the person involved, and this has been going on for a long time, but this is the most recent tweets that I've seen about it, posted by Nonoka. They write, "Commission open. If interested, please DM me. This post will be deleted within an hour. PayPal only. Upon confirmation of the commission, please make full payment within 72 hours. And they attach some photos, as well as a price list. And as you can see, all the comments are restricted. I wonder why, guys. Again, it's not always if it's restricted, it means something's bad. But in this case, it's because this artist has been called out for repeated AI usage. Let us dive into this. For an additional disclaimer, by the way, again, don't send hate to the artist involved in the scenario or any other people mentioned. That is not the point of the video, but just awareness. So this is the first alleged example of them using AI. This is a tweet they made, closure. The next available time slot is in December, and this is about their commissions being closed. This was on August 12th, 2023, with a whole bunch of example art pieces. You can see there are some essences of AI in a lot of these pieces. So more examples of their commission artwork that have, again, allegedly used AI. And this is October 22nd, 2023. And big shout out, by the way, to Ari Lena, who is the one who provided me with all of these screenshots. And we'll be looking at some of their posts later. Here we have an example of artwork that they've made. Again, some aspects that do look suspicious. The chain, the earrings, the chain is melting into the earring? Question mark. A big one. AI is not great at making fine detail and jewelry detailing. It does tend to bleed them all
Yes,
together.
of course AI, but I really like it. Like I really like that idea of like the dog head. I really like the idea of like a dog head. It's like a dog, yeah. And then like on a human body. Let's try. Let's cut it, and paste it. A dog head. Alright, and it's like this, and then the body. So if I were to go from the top to like right here, and then get in this, and then this, and then this. So right here, and right here. A dog head in a human body. Alright. Like that. And then these arms are long. Let's get the traps going. And then these arms can go down. Okay. Wait, let's continue with that dog head though. So wrap around, come down, and then right here will be like the nose of the dog. And then it'll go down, and right here will be the mouth. And then we'll turn like this, and then the eye. This is what this is what Disney be doing, or they used to do. They'll just find an animal and be like, what if and then the hair is like really long. I also bought more model cards, really, just to collect them, or like, are these ones one that you will use?
Together. And down here we can see some of the zoom ins here, right? Where we have again the chain being all wonky, all garbled, and then the fingers. It looks like there's supposed to be a thumb here, but then the thumb is gone. Like it shows here, and then it does not reappear between these two fingers. But there's already 5 fingers. So what is this supposed to be? Just a little bit odd. Another one. This is July 27, 2023. Managed to squeeze out a little time to draw a picture. Barely have some of this artwork. Interesting pattern details. And again, here we have the chest with this button kind of melting into another the collar, potential arbitrary brushstrokes. Like it looks like they kind of like tried to clean something up here, like erase it or something. And then what looks to be potential artifacts in the pattern. This one is odd. Here we have another bird. This is, I guess, the Twitter bird. And then there's like weird
Wait, the Twitter bird?
detailing. Like you see this.
Oh, dang. Oh, with the X on it. Alright, alright. Like, she got the hands, she got the head.
This is, I guess, the Twitter bird. And then there's like weird detailing. Like you see this, it looks like there was something that was beneath it that got painted over. And then they didn't fully cover it or something. Again, like arbitrary patterns and brushstrokes in things that do not need it. Could argue it's potentially the art style, but typically when artists do things, there's a reason why you do things. It doesn't make as much sense to color the arm with all of that. And then kind of some weird feather stacking happening over here. So here, this is April 5th, 2024. Nonica posts about a your character here for $300. So safe for work, fixed price, first come first serve any gender, and they attach basically an example of the your character here. So it would be in this pose with this background and this vibe. But if we look at it, you see the butterfly. The butterfly kind of has like a broken wing. There's like arbitrary tree details. Like the trees kind of like eat each other in the background. This one is a bit more egregious. They posted a commission of a character, right, laying on the floor with a bunch of books open. Here we can see arbitrary detailing. The lettering is what gives off the AI vibes. The fact that the book has what is the most stereotypical AI writing, definitely odd. And then this is another commission of a character playing poker. And then as you can see, look at the chips here. What is happening? The chips look very AI. They're not even the same size. And then here, the wonky looking two. Yeah, the card looking like that is also very interesting. Oh, wait. My brain didn't even register. This is a 2, but with 1 diamond. This is an ace. You might be like, oh, you know, what if these are just mistakes? These are just mistakes.
Yeah,
They just
yeah. What if they're
accidentally
just
drew the chips
mistakes?
all the wrong size. They accidentally drew 1 diamond instead of 2 on the card, etc.
Yeah.
But again, I would then point out, like, all humans make mistakes, you know? But these are, like, the last ones I showed you are commissions, too. So you didn't kind of, like, double check the commission real quick to make sure you had, like, things looked right. Interesting. So then we have Twitter user Marcus writing, I noticed many of my followers also following her. Just wanted to let everybody know this person is known for tracing AI art. She turned off comments so people couldn't expose her. I don't want everyone getting scammed. You can find all her archive here about scamming, tracing, and other stuff. And he linked a Twitter page. And this is a very extensive Twitter page documenting all of her scams and all of her accounts. This is the very first post posted April 30th, 2024 by this archive account. Writing, actually, Nonica has been using AI since 2022. And here, this looks to be their Weibo, Chinese social media. And they write, wow, this AI result is too handsome. I found a treasure. Again, just look at the fur. It like goes back into itself. Right? The hair goes back into itself again. And then hair is blending into the eyebrows. Oh, this is Facebook? Oh, okay. Why does it look like that? Another one. This is on May 8th. Writing, it looks so good. Generated with Microsoft AI. You see again, like the hair goes back into itself again. 2 extremely different eyes. And then I don't know what all these, like, do you see this? This is AI generated for sure. So here, we clearly have Nonica who has admitted to using AI. And then a comment by Cat Ninja 224 writes, Nonica said this in 2022 too. If you can't win them, join them. Nowadays, artists should practice using AI to produce drawings more efficiently. My focus is still on Nonica's dishonesty, proving that she does have the intention to start using AI. And here, this is Nonica. Oh, and this is Facebook writing, if you can't beat them, join them. Nowadays, artists should practice using AI to produce drawings more efficiently. And it's in Chinese, but you can still see, like, use AI. All right, my Twitter technically bugged. This looks to be actually the first post, but it reads, she makes foundational mistakes in her art that is uncharacteristic to her portfolio. She lacks the skill to identify, target, and fix AI error. She knew being discovered using AI would jeopardize her career as an artist. But here again, we have that your character here we saw, right? This one. She posted cat. That's the only label. Doobie, look at AI. They have a thread posted on April 29th, 2024, writing, AI scammer beware, Nonoka furry, exposing an AI art thief and a scammer, document plus TLDR, a thread. So they have a document plus an encrypted drive as well. And they write TLDR.
I'm trying to think of how I want to add the makeup on her face. I mean, like, she did tell me to look it up, huh? She did tell me to look it up. I forgot. Really? So your characters, I mean, all your characters are dealing with a whole bunch of stuff anyway, right? Your characters are all orphans. They're all sick. What else? What else? I remember you were telling me a little bit about them. What is that not? Oh. I don't care about renaming it. Okay, so there is something there. Let's combine all of this stuff down. So I have to adjust this lip right here. Goes this way. Yeah. That makes more sense to me. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me actually see if I can change the gradient map here. Ooh, that's trippy. But I have to change the lighting if I want to do that way. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Alright. Those aren't bad. Okay, let's go back to normal. I feel like I might do a little bit of color. Hold up. Just color tweaking here. Yep, it went back. I knew it would. I might do a little color correction on this right here with some curves. There's an artist. I showed you guys him before. He did this one piece that I really like, but I just don't know how he did it. Cause I'm talking about the background specifically. I think he's on X. Let me see if I can find him. His name starts with a T. I know that for a fact. I don't remember the rest.
This is the Beware on Nonaka Furry, who is an AI art thief and scammer, and they have changed their name since. We have compiled evidences along with an investigation of her works. Most images in this thread are an archive of her work with timestamps that she is attempting to erase. So here we have another art piece of hers, another art piece. We've already looked at this one. We've already looked at this one as well. The thing is, again, hair curling back into itself, like depending on your hair texture, it would make sense for hair to do that, right? Like if you draw kinky hair, it's gonna kind of like curl like that. But for somebody with like looser curls like this, that does not make sense anymore. And again, just adding another disclaimer because people do also tend to say this, but when I'm pointing out, oh, this makes it look AI, this doesn't. If you do it on like one or two pieces, or you just like forgot a thumb on one art piece, I'm not talking about you. This person has such a massive track record of all of these errors appearing in so many of their work that it makes it AI. It is the extreme frequency of it happening, but the fact that they're not a beginner artist. Again, if you're a beginner artist, you will make mistakes. It's because they're not a beginner artist, but yet they're still making all of these errors. So the thread reads, to summarize our investigation, Nonaka has been scamming with AI since June 2023. She is profiting with said scam by gaining...
Curly? Oh, that's what she said? Oh. I thought she said something else. I thought she said something else. But, he drew a picture in the bathroom. Right? And the perspective of everything's really cool. But he did do it in black and white. I mean, it's a manga thing. So I'm trying to find a way, because there's an artist that I really like, and I've showed you guys them before. She does the art for this manga, right? Or this webtoon that is really good, and I love the backgrounds in it. And I think honestly, I'm about to go over there to get some inspiration. Come on, where is the artwork? The backgrounds look really good. And because of this, I'm gonna have to turn everything off, really. Like, turn off all the shadows. And this is why you put the background first, usually, just so you can get your, just so you can get the colors right. So I'm gonna have to redo everything with the background. Okay, so I have to think about this lighting that I want. Because I was thinking I want the lighting coming from the top, and I think that makes the most sense. But now I'm thinking, like, what is the environment looking like? Like, what is the color of the environment? We can do, like, a purple environment. So color. Like a purple thing going on here. I definitely need to go with those darks that you were talking about. I definitely need to do those dark stuff.
2,000 followers and a current commission queue of around 50 clients. She uses AI with commission work. And by the way, she typically charges like hundreds for commissions. So this one we've already seen, reads extremely like AI. Just look at the two different irises. We've got our Judy hops here. And again, it's kind of odd that like some
Judy.
small details
That's
are
not
so,
Judy.
like,
That's Judy mixed with. Oh, so this is their kid. Oh, this is their kid. This is Judy and the Fox's kid. All right, I guess.
Rainy, like here, and then the bands, and then this hand is kind of just like melting into the arm. This one, by the way, just note how her art style changes so much. Again, like arbitrary straps. Here we have a second strap that just disappears. So again, we've seen this Your character here. Remember, it's $300. This cat that we've seen with some very odd things happening. Like you see here, a loop in the shirt does not make sense. It looks like AI tried making one button and then forgot about the rest of it. AI also tried making a pocket and put it in a very weird spot. And then also these.
I don't know. She said Judy like that. Like, she made a mistake. And I don't know if there's some lore in Zootopia. They can't crossbreed. Man, you don't know nothing about Zootopia. You don't know about the world over there. No matter how. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Titan. Once again, though, like, the world of Zootopia, like, you don't know how things work over there.
These like random splotches of color on the neck.
It could
personally reads quite AI to me. This one. Again, just know how different the art style looks. Like, piece by piece, they all look like they're drawn by different people. We have the button on the pants with, like, a little thing sticking out of it. Arbitrary details. With a very, like, interesting patterning on the jacket. Interesting. They all look like they're drawn by different people. And then it reads, she's toxic with passive-aggressive attitude towards clients and fellow artists. Where she writes, some people are willing to wait a year for a commission while others can't stand waiting 2 weeks. This conversation reads, about this artist who just joined Twitter in 2020 and already has 70k followers and 2,000 subscribers on Patreon. Regarding his skill, I can only say that it's mediocre to low, and links them, dropping some more screenshots of the artwork and then writing, while still managing to get a lot of likes and comments with skills like that. And then they write, actually, Nonika has been using AI since 2022. Wow, this AI result is too handsome. I found a treasure. It's looking so good, generated with Microsoft AI. And again, we've seen this already, but what are these crisscrossing, the hair like looping back into itself? But again, here we have confirmation that she has literally admitted to using it and shown examples. Nonika made a statement on her Facebook claiming the call-up misinterpreted AI as painting errors and has lost access to her Twitter account due to it being hacked. She has 2 public alts, Nonica Furry GG and Mirror712, didn't bother to make statements on either one of those. And the translation reads, "Hello everyone, I am Nonica. Regarding the recent drawing incident, I'm sorry for causing trouble to everyone and for disappearing on those who have always supported me. I want everyone to know that I'm taking this matter very seriously, but I need time to process and sort out the whole story. I hope I can give you the best explanation. Please give me a little more time. Finally, I would like to thank those who have always believed in and supported me. Thank you. My Twitter has been hacked. I'm dealing with the official process of getting the account back. If everything goes well, we will make an announcement there simultaneously." And then linking the call out, which is this one.
Oh, really? Oh, stop. Okay, hey, you see, Titan? I was saying some things then.
The one we're reading currently. Of course, there are things I think this callout is misinterpreting, like painting errors being treated as using AI.
But what is that though? What is that? What is that comic though? Like, what is it about?
Into the point of the painting errors allegedly being AI, whatever, right? In my personal take, everyone's allowed to make mistakes. Artists of any skill level totally allowed to make painting errors. That happens. Just be like that sometimes. It's just when it happens that frequently, it's just kind of odd, especially because again, like they're supposed to allegedly be an experienced artist. So it's just kind of odd that they're supposed to be an experienced artist, but they make mistakes in seemingly every single piece, and every single piece's mistakes also are mistakes that AI
it is
tends to make.
hot. Give me a second. Oh, dang, for real? Dang. Oh, don't remind me. Oh, that's an actual thing? Dang. That's wild, though. Oh my gosh.
As well. That is what's weird. So then the archive tweets evidence of Mir 712
So
being an alt of Nonica.
I mean, I guess that could have been their kid though, because obviously it was, sadly. But that could have been their kid. It could have been. So I was partly right.
Literally tweets it out herself. In 2024, she says, "Hello, I've created an account for my wolf. I want to manage it. The body is still in the making. At Mir 712. And then, a couple days later, I'm glad my design is looking even more like what I've envisioned. So, the head and the design, and they've tagged that account Mir 712. So clearly, they're tagging it. Then the call-out account made another thread on May 2nd, 2024, writing, "Trigger warning. Animal cruelty and abuse. The evidence in this thread may include cruel images and word descriptions of such behavior. Viewer discretion is advised. We have received report regarding incidents of the AI art scammer Nonica Furry engaging in animal cruelty, a thread." So it reads the concrete evidence. We collected these things from the discussion on Clerk. Facebook post.
I saw this drawing, bro. Yo, it was, yo. Like, listen, I understand, you know, people draw, like brutal, like, art, you know, I understand, like, sometimes I even have, like, characters, too, like, with, like, an arm or something, just, like, a, you know, but, man, this artist took it too far. They took it too far, man. It was like they cut. Oh my gosh, bro. When I looked at it, I was like, no, no way. And then I had to get out of there. It was bad. It was really bad. And I wonder if they're talking about her doing it in post or like to her real animals. But man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you can draw and you can technically draw whatever you want. But man, sometimes, man, like, come on, man. Just keep that to yourself.
Since deleted.
Crazy.
There are records of Nonica seeking ways to torture the mouse she captured with a glue trap. It also implied that she lit the mouse on fire. Her name seems to read Wildflower or like.
Oh shoot! I mean, capturing with a glue trap. I don't think that's. You know, like capture with a glue trap. That's where they have them. They exist. You know, but setting it on fire. Okay, that's a bit crazy. That's a bit crazy. Yeah, nah. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Hua in Mandarin, but she goes by Nonica. So there's a photo of a mouse that looks kind of dead. And she writes, pour some alcohol, implying on the mouse, and set it on fire so it becomes a fireball mouse. And Redacted says that. And then Nonica says, I like this idea. Remember to do it near a gutter, so ... And then Redacted says, how about letting him be a circus performer who gets placed on a dartboard and throws darts at it, helping him with acupuncture, but just a little forceful. And Nonica says, use a needle on him for some impaling fun. An office pin would be a good choice. Another photo of a dead mouse. Also, where are these mice? Is this her house? When this is outside, right? Redacted says,
yeah, you told me
mouse.
that.
And then Nonica says, already. Frowny face, and they say alright. And this looks to be an accusation that somebody made. It's written by a user called Rabbit4836, writing she went out of her way to seek ideas on how to torture the mouse she caught with the glue trap. Then it reads evidence of Nonica's mistreatment of a pair of parrots, keeping them in unsuitable and unsanitary environments, and her negligence causing harm to one of the birds. So here Nonica writes, cute, and there's parrots in what looks to be a hamster cage. I don't own birds, but I'm very certain they don't belong in a cage this small. Then she posts my bird. This is December 20th.
We were talking about. You were talking about. You brought up the stuff. You know, the cycle of women. You brought that up, and then you said, "Oh, my characters is different because the female characters, they had treatments and things." And I'm like, "Oh," and then that's when you got there.
And again, a hamster cage. Even my hamster had a bigger cage than this, and I had one hamster, and it was a dwarf hamster. And then Nonica adds, after I got home from work, I discovered that my pet parrot had been bitten by a damn sewer rat. It's very terrible. And this was posted 2 months later, February 26, 2024. Or this is written by Raisin7497, writing, she used to keep quails, and once her parrot's foot got bitten off by a mouse, her home is so untidy that it is mouse infested. The 2 parrots she kept in a tiny container disappeared as well. She even put those birds directly on heating pads. Isn't that animal abuse?
Too small for birds.
This to Animal Protection Service.
Yeah, look
about
like
the mice too.
Like they can't even breathe.
Like, where are you finding them?
And there's 2 of them.
I mean, I get it. Like sometimes your home has mice, bro. My family home is in San Francisco. We just have mice in our basement. It happens. Then the archive continues the alleged behavior. Nonica allegedly kept a crow as a pet and deleted everything regarding the crow. When people called her out on keeping a wild animal as a pet, due to the plurk thread being anonymous and lacking screenshots, this is not quite evidence. And it reads, Nonica used to keep a crow as a pet, but found that many people don't advocate keeping crows because they aren't bred as pets and are basically acquired by digging up their nests, which is very unsuitable for domesticated birds. And then she deleted all posts relating to the crow, and the crow disappeared. And then a day later, this is concrete evidence. This is Nonica posting, the kids got scared by 2 very loud thunder. Maybe the kids, the hides is referring to the crow though. And this is a crow screeching at a roof. I'm no pet expert, but I'm pretty certain crows aren't pets. And then, to deepen the lore, this part is alleged, but somebody comments, the fact that their partner is a zookeeper and yet isn't stopping them from abusing animals is extremely concerning. And Cat Ninja, the person who commented the other screenshot, writes, as far as I know, they broke up today. Then, a day later, the archive writes, Nonica is still playing dead on her alt mirror, retweeting a recent finished commission, while she is totally capable of using her alt to respond to the AI scamming and animal cruelty beware. So this is the commission, and it's been retweeted. And it writes she is also faking being hacked on her main, with her Facebook icon changing to the current banner photo on her main. You're hacked, but you like your hacker conveniently changed your banner. Yep. Abusing animals is a low no one should go to. If you have animals, you should get them when you can probably take. Oh yeah, a lot of people should not have pets. I'm gonna be honest. Okay?
Especially dogs.
Too many people get pets because they're sad and they don't have any.
Especially dogs. Nah, man. Nah. Like dogs are so like they so with you, you know. They so with you. Like this guy said thing. It was just a funny thing he said. He said he said lock your dog and your wife in the trunk, and then see who's excited to see you when you open it. Right? I'm not like obviously it was just a thing that he was saying, but I'm not using that idea of it. I'm just saying lock your dog in the trunk, and then open that trunk. Your dog gonna be happy as heck to see you. That dog is with you, ride or die forever. That's your boy right there, or your girl right there. How can you do that, man? I don't understand. I don't understand these people. I really don't. It's crazy. Truly crazy. Like I don't understand. Like I mean, this dog will fight for you. This dog will run in front of a bullet for you. Like if it could. It's crazy, man. Yeah, right. I was like, I mean, but this dog with you forever. There's nothing you can do wrong in your dog's eyes. Honestly, there's literally nothing you can do wrong.
Love in their life and they want pets to like fill that void, but they have no ability to actually take care of the pet. Those are so fucked up, especially like hurting pets and hurting kids, because those are two groups that can't fight back for themselves.
And not even just fight back.
Your job was to protect them, and you just did not do
that.
Like,
they don't even
have
understand,
kids if you don't want to
especially in the
take care of
beginning.
kids. Don't have pets if you don't want to take care of pets. Like it's so sad. Like so many people get pets, right? And they'll be like, man, they get a cat. They're like, man, my cat is scratching everything up. I'm gonna give the cat away. What did you fucking think was gonna happen when you adopted a cat?
Okay, miss.
They got claws. Wow,
okay,
things
miss,
might break.
gosh.
Oopsies.
All
Happens.
right.
If you don't want your things that might possibly get scratched up, don't get a cat. Get like a hamster or a fish or something. Don't get birds if you're gonna put them in a hamster cage. Birds need to fly. Again, there's nothing wrong with having one animal, 20 animals. Just take care of them. So, a follow-up was made about Nonaka. This was posted on May 20th, 2024. It reads, follow-up beware on new Nonaka, Nonaka Furry, and Mir 712. The remorseless AI art scammer and animal abuser. Document plus TLDR. So, they've already linked the previous thread that we've seen, but it reads, context, document, archive plus evidence folder. TLDR, this is a follow-up beware on new Nonaka, old account being Nonaka Furry, the AI art scammer and animal abuser. We have compiled evidence along with further investigation of her works.
Oh, appreciate the sub.
Of everything we know regarding this incident. This is a very, very in-depth graphic. So 2022, that was the first post.
I don't know
why
she was literally it's underneath this thing. Let me actually bring this down then. Let's bring you down to like right here. There you go. That should help. So I shouldn't go underneath it again. But Brooke, appreciate the sub. Right now I'm just drawing two of my OCs. This is Shazu and this is Suki, and she's doing her hair for like a date night that she's going on with Jin, which is this guy, right? Wait. This guy right there. If you see right there. Right there. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Saying that she used AI. 2023 in March is listed as the earliest evidence of her using AI in a commission. April is her using an AI reference. May, June, July, August, where it indicates that between May and August had frequent posting of AI generated paintovers, and then this art piece, and then there was an AI cat portrait controversy, then some commissions we've seen, and it goes into 2024. So in 2024, as you can see here, we have a whole bunch of other AI pieces, and it reads, frequently posting blatant AI art trying to reach 32k followers. And then at the very end of April / beginning of May, the Nonaka AI alt account, or this archive account, made the call out that exposed her. And then AI paintovers were continued to be posted. And then finally, she was selling your character here's on Fur Affinity while still having a queue about 50 commissions to do. To summarize our investigation, Nonaka is a pathological liar. Earliest instance of Nonaka using AI with commission work could be traced back to March 2023. She tried to erase evidence after the first call out, and she lied on Fur Affinity when people called her out. So this is the March 2023 piece that we saw that is like the first alleged exposure of the
I feel like it's just a simple understanding of like, once you start understanding like anatomy, once you start understanding that a bit more, everything just starts to look different to you, you know? Like with like her shoulders, her hips, because even if she's doing like a crazier proportion, and obviously like people can make like some mistakes, but there's like a level I feel like for as good as you seem, but it's still like hard to tell. Like I wouldn't just randomly go out and say, "Oh man, this girl's out, she's out here using AI." I wouldn't go out and say that, but like, hey, I guess.
AI art that we've seen here on the side by sides. This is interesting. You have like a gram decal. This one we've already seen as well. Here is Nonika claiming they've never uploaded AI generated works on Fur Affinity. She sidesteps the underlying integrity issue in her apology by turning it into a simple failure to specify the
Is it bad that you want to draw furry art? I don't say it's bad. Am I saying that because I have a couple of characters that will be technically considered furry art? Where's Maki at? Hold up. For everybody who doesn't know, where's Maki? I have a character. Her name's Maki. She is technically a furry. And by the way, I ain't gonna try to call nobody out, but somebody, I'm about to send it. I'm about to show it to you, and then I'm gonna tell you what the person said. I'm about to show you the drawing, and I'm gonna tell you what the person said. All right. Copy that, and then paste that here. All right. So right here, this is Maki. Hold up. I might have to switch this, aren't I? Yep. To this. All right. So right here, this is Maki right here. She is a monkey character, right? She's actually a maid, but I had this idea, and I was like, oh, what if I drew her in a schoolgirl outfit? And I was like, oh, sure, why not? Right? So, somebody commented. I'm gonna go say what they said. But this is her. This is her right here. I used to draw it a long time ago. Yeah. She's cool. I have monkey characters. I have like giraffe characters. Oh yeah, I forgot about the mouse girl. What was her name again? I forgot. Dang, I guess I do have a good amount of them, right? I guess I do. I don't know about this one. But yeah, I really like how I did the hair. Turned out pretty cool. Like the fur. Look it. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's switch this back. Come on. This is obviously, it's fur because she's a monkey.
Use of the AI. She proceeds to post old and new AI paintovers on her new main and alt account. She tries to silence people by disabling and hiding comments. So we have another AI paintover that she's posted allegedly. I like the little mole in the armpit. That one's funny. So we have these two side by sides, right? This is Nonika and this is another artist by the name of Rin. It reads, we found the Nonika claim she took inspiration from another artist, Rin, who goes by the Twitter handle bitterk4t_exe. Considering Nonika's piece is an AI-generated paintover, we heavily speculate that she feeds Rin's work into AI and paints over it. It's similar. Another piece with the mismatched irises again and complete like eyeliner is also very, very different as well. And then trigger warning, animal cruelty. She has no remorse regarding her engaging in animal cruelty with torturing a mouse and claiming that what she does with the mouse is her business, and was previously called out. And she writes, the sewer rat is a pest. How I deal with it is my business, especially since it's harmed my parrot. On a complete side note, and again, maybe I'm uneducated because I've never owned a bird, but how the hell did a rat bite your bird. How did it get into the bird cage? I've seen elaborate bird cages, right? You know, there's a lot of perches, there's a lot of places for the birds to sit and perch on and vibe that, you know, if they had like high perches, the rat likely wouldn't be able to reach them. I don't know, right? I don't have rats and birds, but I've had a hamster. How did a rat get to the bird? That's what I'm confused about. Wouldn't the bird fly away unless the bird couldn't fly away because they were in a hamster cage and not an actual bird cage? Daiki, my birds actually died to mice. I don't know how that happens. Oh, wow. I'm ignorant about this. I don't have birds, nor do I have mice. So I don't know how that happens. No, I've never had both together also. But yeah, like, again, regardless of whether the rat bit your bird or not, you know, like torturing the rat, not an excuse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And again, this was the screenshot where she was enthusiastically responding to somebody who suggested to light the rat on fire. Oh, what? This is
Wait, hold up. I don't know if we asked this question, but May, are you an artist as well? Like, do you draw also? If that's the case, do you have any characters? Oh, you said you do draw because you did say you used to draw furries a long time ago.
Like Tongyuan, eating some Tongyuan, and then look at the birds. What? No way. I don't own parrots or birds, but dude, I'm very certain they shouldn't be in anything this small. Again, even my hamster wasn't in a cage like this. And there's two birds in there too. Yeah, the bird can spin in a circle and that's about it. And there's two birds again. Dude, this is like barely the okay size for one goldfish. Isn't
Yes,
it
but
like
I'm
5
rusty.
gallons to one
Yay.
goldfish or something like that? Like, this is not 5 gallons.
We all
Even one
understand.
goldfish is barely okay for this.
You just
Two
gotta keep-
birds? I think
keep
it's
to
for
it, you know?
traveling. But why are they in a
I know, yeah.
traveling case though?
Yeah, why are they
You
in a
know,
traveling
like,
case when she's not traveling?
Either she took the birds
Crazy.
outside in a cage, which meant they were in the cage for a while, or she's at home and eating and they're in this cage. But also, this is like the second photo. Like, we've seen other photos of them in the exact same cage. So here the archive says she is still making passive-aggressive remarks to fellow artists, even when she's supposed to apologize. So here, this is the artist that she was making fun of, right? Hello, I am Nonika. I'm sorry for the things I said to you earlier. I am here to apologize. I am truly sorry for saying those hurtful words to you. I cannot help but feel curious rather than envious about how he managed to gain over 70k followers in just a little under 2 years. Unlike me. Can you just apologize and shut up? Like, what is this for? No, the thing is, if you put them in a tiny little cage because bird cages are too expensive for you, then you should not own birds. Point blank, period. That's my personal opinion. Hypothetically, if you want a big dog, but you have a tiny backyard and you work 12-hour shifts and you don't have time to go and walk your giant farm dog outside 3 times a day, then don't get a giant farm dog if you don't have the time to take care of it or the resources to take care of it. Like, pets are a luxury, and people should only get pets if you are fully equipped to take care of the pet and give it a good life. Too many people, again, like I've said, get pets because they want to fill a void in their heart. I think people should only get pets if you want to provide a pet a good life, and that's 2 separate things. Wanting a pet because you want it to love you, and wanting just to give a pet a good home and hopefully they love you back. You should only do it, in my personal opinion, if you do the second one, okay? Like with my cat, the original owner of the cat got him, and then he realized he couldn't take care of the cat. He didn't have the resources and means to take care of the cat. My cat is loud. He is a vocal cat. He is loud. He is antsy all types of day. He will scream at you at 7 a.m. in the morning. I knew that getting him, okay? But I was like, he is very cute. I want to give him a good home. I have the resources and I work at home, so it doesn't matter. He can ruin my sleep schedule. Whatever. I'll just go back to sleep when he stops meowing. It's fine, right? Like, I
What
got
the heck?
him
Heck nah.
not because I have this like deep void in my heart I want to fill, but he's a cute little kitty and I want to give him a good home because he needed a home. And hopefully he loves me enough to let me sleep in past 10 a.m. in the morning without screaming. Guys, he's gotten on my PC now. Somehow he's gotten on my PC and he will stand on my PC and just scream down at me because my PC is right next to my bed. It's on an IKEA thing. He'll stand there staring down at me and scream because he wants me to wake up and play with him. But I'm like, I literally played with you up until 5 a.m. in the morning. Then I went to sleep, and at 9 a.m. you're on my PC meowing. Like, oh, whatever. I love him. He's a cute little precious bean. But I get a little nervous when he's sleeping through my stream because that means at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna be zooming. But I could talk about my baby boy all day. But we have a post by Wyla writing, ... anybody gonna call them out, Nonika, for leaving in a frame that clearly shows the AI pic they're tracing on a hidden layer. And you can see the screenshot, and there's 2 AI images that they're tracing. This is recorded in Clip Studio Paint. If you can use Clip Studio Paint, it's not like Photoshop where you can have hidden layers. Like, Clip Studio Paint cannot. It will show all your layers, from my understanding. I've done like recordings with it. And then this is the time lapse that Nonika attempted to delete. But can you see that in the top corner? Like right there? Do you see that? They forgot to cut that out of the time lapse. But A new thread about Nonica was made July 2nd, 2024. It reads AI scammer, animal abuser.
You want a dog? So
new
you
Nonica,
want everything.
Exposing Nonica, AI scammer,
You want
animal
everything.
abuser, and toxic behaviors in the furry fandom. Document TLDR a thread. So here, as we can see, characters, their new accounts, or their main account that's been renamed, and then their alts. Nonica has been using AI to scam followers and clients by claiming art as her own. Despite being exposed 6 times, she continues to use AI and engage in unethical behavior, including animal abuse. This document compiles everything we know about her behavior. Nonica continues to trace AI-generated images despite her apologies. She conveniently left out the process where she photo-bashed AI. She faked time-lapses using a hidden reference layer on Clip Studio Paint. Her locking account and deleting evidence shows awareness of her wrongdoing. So here's the AI piece. That do be looking one-to-one, guys. I don't know what to say. It looks the same! Again, here you can see the owl. Here you can see the hidden AI art images layered on. You know, like on a complete side note, right? Nonica was like hating on another creator for growing so much when she couldn't. This is likely a big reason why, you know? Like, you're spending all this time and effort tracing AI artwork instead of developing your own style. You're not growing because you're doing shit like this. Notica imported AI-generated images as a reference, but forgot to turn off the canvas recording to exclude AI images in the time-lapse. Oh, wow! This will turn off canvas time-lapse recording. Any time-lapse recorded for this canvas will be deleted. The action cannot be undone. 2. While selecting the AI reference, she did the following. Edit, convert brightness to opacity, right-click the AI layer, selection from layer, create selection, select, convert selection layer, creating a selection layer. After creating a selection layer in green, Nonica started tracing over the AI. Oh, so red is her tracing. And then 4, exporting the time-lapse, excluding the section layer that she
I don't
traces
understand
off,
why they
and
do
creating
that.
a line
Like, why
that
do
she did
they
from scratch.
add all
Striking
these
resemblance
features?
between her art and AI adopt. Nonica has been caught using AI at least 6 times. She has an SOP when it comes to being called out. We made a timeline from November 22nd to June 2024, highlighting her repeated use of AI and dishonest apologies. So Nonica's owls versus AI Anthro Owl Adopt. Nonica's teacher. This is an AI adopt. Why do they look so similar? Nonica's behavior standard operating procedure. As signature on AI paint over photo bash trace gets called out or is toxic and gets called out, either deletes evidence or locking the account or plays victims. Is the backlash worth addressing? If yes, lie with fake apologies. If no, play dead. Then go back to doing your stuff. This flowchart is crazy. You know, imagine having so many ops because of your repeated lying and animal abuse and your AI usage that they go out of their way to learn graphic design so that they could set up this extremely detailed and easy to follow explanation of all of your egregious behavior. They made a flowchart and a timeline. I respect it. I respect the hustle. Here's an archive of most of the AI generated images, paintovers, and tracing that Nonica passes off as her own art. And we've seen this gallery as well. There's a couple more added as this up here. Oh,
Backgrounds
second version
are...
and then in
Oh my gosh. It's like every time I look at this picture now, because I keep thinking about the background, I have to bring them together. That's the only issue that I have with backgrounds. Like when I have to draw a character in the background, I hate it. Would you punch a girl for 10 million? Would I punch her? I'm not punching nobody. But hypothetically speaking, never mind. Never mind.
June, there's all of these examples in June of AI artwork. Again, just look at the timeline, guys. Just look at this timeline of her artwork laid out. Why do they all look so fucking different? I get experimenting with your style, but at this point, this looks like 10 different people made this. She is unrepentant about her involvement with animal cruelty, torturing a mouse and claiming that what she does with the mouse is her business. Testimony of a list of 7 kinds of pets she neglected, abused, and kept in unsuitable environments. Unethically kept wild crows as pets. So this was the mouse? We received this testimony from an anonymous source regarding a record of pets being abused and neglected under the custody of Nonica. Quote, you have tried to keep your pets well, but because of your own habits and carelessness, you have not kept them well. I know what kind of pets you've had, and I've seen the conditions in which they are kept. So please don't do them more harm. Leopard gecko. You kept them under the bed and they're never to be seen again. In the meantime, you borrowed my monocular. When I returned it, a bunch of red cockroaches came out of the camera bag. What the fuck? Ew! I would never be friends with somebody if I lent you something and it came back with fucking cockroaches in it. Thanks to you, my monocular lens is broken. Taichu parrots, I saw you raise them for a while, and then not long after that, I saw you opening them up for adoption at the parrot community. Crow. After knowing that this is something I'm strictly against, you went ahead and even opened a Facebook page for it, trying to earn some fame. And after being told that it's unethical, you casually found somebody to give it away. You even apologized to me for that? No, you should apologize to that crow. Chickens that were raised a while ago, but because of the dirty environment and nuisance they were causing, the neighbors complained and the chickens were put in plastic bags and given away. I asked you what happened to the chicken after you gave them away. You replied with, "It's not important." Last time I went to see you, I saw that the Java sparrows nestling in the quills were growing feathers and were kept in empty paper bowls facing the air conditioner vents. And I even went to look for a transparent feeder to teach you how to lay the bedding material to shelter from wind and how to feed them. And you're raising a parakeet when you're not ready for an effing bird? Do you want to be complained about again? And how long has it been since you cared for the rootin' chickens on the balcony? The crow.
How long
Here's
has this
another
drawing
photo
taken
of
me
the
so
crow.
far? This drawing has taken me so far. Drum roll. Hello. And 25. 25 hours, huh? 25 hours. I blame it on the fact that I've never done this perspective angle before. I blame it on that. And now I'm doing a background, which is making it take even longer. This thing's about to say 48 hours. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And this is Nonaka's name. Nonaka's reliance on AI leads her to deliver botched work. Her responses to complaints are often snide and dismissive. She badmouths other artists, making passive-aggressive remarks about their success. People started making memes in response to her toxicity. But here Nonaka writes, "I kind of want to bitch about an artist that is well liked by everybody. I will get sure flamed if I say this in public, but seriously, this person is contradicting themselves. Please don't be in my friends list if you draw in a cute kimono style. A lot of my friends like that artist, so I can't say it publicly."
What does that even
And then
mean?
she writes
A cute
about this
kimono
artist
style.
who joined Twitter in 2020 already, having 70K followers. That was the person that she apologized to. Fake apology. So this is the memes, right? AI bro Nonaka, where you say, the meme is you say, "I just painted this," and then Nonaka says, "About your skill, I can only say it's mediocre to low. How could you ever have 70,000 followers and manage to get so many likes and comments with skills like this?" And then a meme about Nonaka's actual skill. Wait, Komodo's like the really pretty furries, right? That's from my understanding. And then a meme video was dropped, which we can see here, but she only needs a few clicks of a finger to generate an entire Louvre in the snap of a finger, you know, referencing the famous museum. Give her drawing tablets, and she can scam 30,000 followers and $5,000 by adding a signature.
Kimono.
She can't draw without AI. See the butterfly?
Anime
That's
furry?
right.
Oh, really?
She's
That's what
the
it is?
shit-talking heckler, the animal abuser, the pathological liar, and the artist with no craftsmanship. Nonaka, General Nonaka. Nonaka went on Twitter and Facebook and wreaked havoc by being a toxic scammer, which pissed the furry community off, and then bewares were made towards Nonaka. While getting flamed, Nonaka faked being hacked and tried to play dead, still thinking that she did nothing wrong, and disabled the comments to silence people and kept posting AI on her alt and her new account. And besides that, Nonaka mistreats her commissions by delivering botch work, taking more than half a year, and delivering a $20 commission like this. While your character here isn't looking too great either. The
Oh
famous
my
artist
gosh!
Arthur once commented,
I'm not even going back.
"Our enemy
I looked
General
up and what I
Nonaka,
saw,
then
oh
I will
my
have my
gosh.
soldiers retreat immediately. Even the U.S. Army is not as technologically
I
advanced
mean,
as
she
her."
buried,
This
hopefully.
remark
I mean,
instantly raised widespread
oh,
attention.
I mean, I still was able to
What
see.
is exactly
It's
so
crazy.
damning about Nonaka that she was flamed like this? Continuing to air for you, the large-scale documentary Legend of General Nonaka. They provide the sources. Now, back to the thread. Here we have the evidence of her mistreating her parrots by putting them in an unsuitable container. And again, you see here, like, there are multiple photos of the parrots in this little travel container. Her eating with them in there, and then the parrot having been bitten by a sewer rat. And then it reads
Sewer
another
rat, oh
evidence
my
where
gosh.
Nonaka tracing and retouching other artists' work with AI. And here we have Nocturne and SFW writing, "I thought this drawing might have been done using my tigress drawing as a reference, but I just found out this artist is known for retouching up drawings with AI." And here's a tigress kind of like laying down, and then this is Nonaka's drawing of it.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
look at that, guys. It's like essentially the exact same pose, even kind of like the
Oh
arch
my
of the
gosh,
leg, like
bro.
the shape of the
Oh my gosh.
thigh coming out and back in like that.
Oh my
That is looking
goodness.
really similar.
Okay,
And then here, consistent head
let's wait a
size,
bit.
right? The tie, the burn. Look at the discrepancies, guys. Inconsistent head size.
That's fine. That's fine. That be happening sometimes. But like, that looks cool. Obviously it's AI, we know. But that looks cool. I would like to make a character with a head like that. Oh. Let's see. Do like a trying to get a nice little thing here. Right? A nice little thing here, and then it looks like she got like a bird head, right? So we'll do that. And then we'll give her a neck. Bird head. And then right here is like this part. And then the eye will do something like this. Let's give her a rib cage. And then her hip area. And then we'll do something like that. And the legs, it looks like it goes down. Oh, the knees, you see the knees are really low there. But it could just be because of the like the animal look to it. But I'm gonna put the knees like normal. I'm gonna have the legs come down like so. And then it sort of go down to like right here. And then the rest of the leg, the bird legs. Not bad, huh? Not bad. So the opacity on this. Uh-oh. Not bad. So the opacity here, just so we can clean this up a bit. I've never drawn like these type of feet before, so that won't help. Especially since it's AI, I have to look at actual real feet to make it work. Interesting.
Right, with the tie. The belt is off. Another one, this is listed as another evidence of Nonica using AI background, some lines not matching up again. It was a commission. Here's another one, more photo bashing. So here, this piece, there is some aspects highlighted of it being AI. The shoe design not matching is crazy. How'd you fuck this up? Kind of like odd lines on the pants that don't kind of add up here.
Oh, the shoe don't look the same at all.
You see the shoulder goes down here, so it intersects like behind the boob, and then the arm comes out in the front, right? And then more continuity issues here. Odd lines featured on the pants. How did the eye colors change like 3 different times?
That's the thing too. Cause it's like I know an artist who looked at some AI stuff for inspiration. I understand that, but the thing is, he knows how to draw, right? The issue is when it comes to you don't know how to draw. Okay, the issue is like when you don't know how to draw and you're looking at AI, you're not understanding what they're doing, which is why when if I look at that drawing and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, like in a sense of the idea, obviously it's AI, but the idea of it. So if I want to draw this pose, I'll look at the pose instantly, and then I'll just draw what it would look like normally, in like typical like proportions, right? So I'm not looking at it to like for the proportions. I'm just looking at it to get the pose, and then I'll draw it myself. But the only reason I'm able to do that is because I understand how to break it down. And to do that, you have to look at real life references or artists that and that are really good at really good in anatomy, because even when they stylize, you can still see the similarities in there, because we all take inspiration from real life regardless of what you say. Anime, cartoons, everything. We all take inspiration from real life. So if you're only taking it from AI, and AI is known for making mistakes, then you're going to have a problem on your hands. You're gonna have a big problem.
Continuity issue. Face pattern isn't matching on all panels. It listed as parts blending into the shoes. What is this here? Like a missing pocket or something? And the clothing having some funky lines in there as well. Once again, shoes not matching properly. More random lines on the crotch. But the thing is, I mean, I'm sure in this case, you guys can be convinced because of the sheer overwhelming amount of evidence here. But it's like completely normal to have errors, like maybe when you do a head turn or a turn around a character sheet, it won't be like 100% one-to-one, but you might make mistakes. That's totally normal. But there's so many art pieces with all of these errors in it that this
What do you take
artist is
inspiration from?
supposed to have a pretty high level of skill, but they're making extremely high frequency of errors and errors that are very similar to AI. I mean, one final thing I think is weird about this piece is the fact that the detailing on the back of the ear does not match up ear to ear. This one just is missing it. Like, these look like hearts. There's a lot of inconsistency between the design, but this is supposed to be the same character. And then this person, Manga Kitsune, writes, Nonoka getting a new low, making an alt account to post art now, in quotes. And then here, there's this like Minji alt account that also has the exact same art piece, what was posted on the Nonoka account. And you might be like, oh, maybe Minji stole Nonoka's art. No, because Nonoka says, Minji is my friend who recently signed up to promote their work. They're really good at drawing cute girls. And then you can literally see in the Nonoka piece, her watermark was here under the armpit. And then I guess she erased it and then put Minji here instead. It's the same person because they're promoting across the same two accounts. Like, how did you forget what piece you posted on your main account and then you like used it to post on your alt account? There's another thread by this account.
You talking about that one artist you showed me? The one with the nose? Can I just leave the background like this? Listen. I mean, I guess I'll be running away from responsibilities. First of all, this should be clipped down, shouldn't it? Yep, clip. Racing in cars. I mean, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, that's what I was gonna say at first, but I thought it was a trick question.
Monica's AI shenanigans and how they're getting progressively blatant as she gets away with it. So there's already a summary, and then it talks about her first apology, where she says, this is on May 6th. Regarding the recent AI controversy, I sincerely apologize to all my supportive friends. It was a grave error on my part to use AI assistance in my artwork without informing anyone. For those who continue to believe in and support me, I am open to negotiation to ensure mutual agreement on both the artwork and pricing. I will dedicate myself wholeheartedly to completing your commissions with care and attention to detail. Once again, I extend my deepest apologies to all who have supported and believed in me. Thank you. And then it reads, after a second apology claiming she would no longer use AI assistance, she resorted to tracing AI while exporting a time-lapse with the AI image hidden using Clip Studio Paint selection layer. So here, this was her announcement where she writes, from now on, I will primarily focus on hand-drawn art and will no longer use AI assistance. I will continue to hone my skills. And then After that, she literally leaked more AI, right? This was the one we watched where she basically traced it. And then it reads, apparently getting away with it because there was no major backlash, Nonoka is now mass publishing AI-assisted work and getting more blatant and lazy about it. So again, these are a whole bunch of the pieces. We've already looked at a big chunk of these pieces already. She now plans to make a profit by selling fursuits to an audience she gained by deceiving them with AI art while stealing from other artists. This is one of the many reasons we decided to make this thread. So here you can see the head. And here is just another one of her pieces where people were calling her out for AI. I mean, look at the hands of the owl. This hand has 4 fingers, but this one has 5, so make it make sense. Also, I like how this hand, they have black fingernails except one fingernail is white. Again, you could argue maybe she forgot to color it in. At this point, every single piece you've forgotten something at this point. I would say an egregious lack of attention to detail, especially when you're doing commissions, is crazy. Then we have this post by Manga Kitsune writing Nonoka on Facebook. And here a commenter writes, what's it about? What did he do? And then somebody else says, AI-assisted art as a commission client doesn't know about it. Nonoka responds, writing, it's not me. Also, I did not trace AI art. You guys just have your own opinions. That's it. And the other person responds, no. This is a call-out post that a user by the name of Sintet6 made October 20th, 2024. And you can see they got blocked. So they got blocked by Nonoka. And you can see the confusion between the artwork, right? So they're highlighting more parts of the art that look suspicious. So it is, again, a character with like 2 head turns. And then there's a bow in one hair that is not featured in the rest of the character. Aspects of the ears are a little bit off. The eye has an interesting shine to it.
And the best way for me to draw things like this in multiple angles is just to think about the simpler shape of it. So like, if I know the ears are going to be shaped like this, trying to understand how the ears would look sideways. And then like 3/4, which is kind of like this, will make it easier for me to draw in different angles. Obviously, because, you know, ears can end up falling and doing all this other stuff. But understanding where to put them, if they're tipped, if they're rounded, you know, how to adjust them, it's really helpful. But the ears are so expressive as well, so it's also another pretty tricky thing. Pretty tricky. Oh, I gotta stop doing that, man. I'm drawing these on like the painting, so I could accidentally erase them and it'd be gone. I mean, I still have this one. You see, this is why it's smart to keep, you know, back up just in case. We have a progression here. Stop being, how am I, okay, tell you.
I also think it's interesting how there's like this little black circle in the eye, like this part, which doesn't seem to be typically featured in her artwork. There's a tie missing on one head that's featured in the other 2 heads. The hand has 4 fingers instead of 5. Maybe it's like a choice for because it's an anthropomorphic character. But this hand looks like it should have 5 fingers, right? There's 4 fingers and there's probably a thumb that's hidden. And then there's some interesting kind of like cross-hatching detailing with the skirt. This like kind of like warped line here for the tights. So this is posted by Manga Kitsune on October 21st, 2024, showing Blue Sky. So if you guys don't know, Blue Sky is like a new platform that is supposed to be like a replacement for Twitter, and they have an AI image flagger. It flags your image as AI, it will label it, and Nonoka's artwork got flagged for AI imagery. Look, these flagging systems aren't always correct,
That's
but
so interesting.
this is just another
Oh yeah, it's not always correct. That makes sense.
Just another
like, how could you
list,
tell?
You know? So this is the archive calling out another one of their posts. Here we have 2 swords, except the second sword is just completely missing. Here are random things on the side of the clothing here. A shoulder pad, interesting. Odd details with the hair. There's a hair tie here, but no hair tie here. This is another one highlighting the AI. Oh my god, this one's funny. Is it a gun or a knife? It has like the barrel or like the handle of a gun. It looks like a gun in a holster, but then it's shaped like a knife. This one reads, this is likely an AI draw over. Fabric like fur texture, shoulder armor doesn't match up between the bust and full body. Design of the waist is in coherent and doesn't make any sense. The belt has continuation issues and it's missing a part. Oh, this is interesting. This character's supposed to be wearing like what looks like a sash, but it's like a scarf in this one. Oh, they have 2 weapons, some what looks to be some belt inconsistencies here. Suspicious. Then Nonika put out this piece, and MXL writes, "This is an AI copy artist. Stop giving her more attention." And then the archive breaks it down. So this is the post on November 12th, 2024, and then indicating the patterning, the fingers, and the inconsistencies in the shoes as well, and the flowers with many, many petals. So then we have this comment from Twitter user, I don't know how to read the second part of your name, and they write, "I looked and I found something like the templates she used. It may seem far-fetched, but I think the original is impossible to find since she generates it herself using something like Midjourney." So here we have side-by-sides of her artwork and AI pieces, where you can kind of see the side-by-side. This is her Gardevoir piece, and you can see the side, the side-by-side of the Gardevoir pieces, man. Wow, those are really interesting. By the way, like, I don't get people's obsession with Gardevoir, but I guess the girls that get it, get it. I am a Raichu enjoyer. Then we have allegations of fursuit photoshopping. Then we have this account called Ariadne Fursuits, and this is the proof that the fursuit account also belongs to Nonika, my cozy little room and closet. Here we have a photo. You see the fursuit here, and this also looks to be already her like wolf alias. We see this one. That is this. And then this one looks to be this one as well.
Oh, that threw me off. I was going crazy. I was like, what the heck is that sound?
You see the pink nose on the bottom, pink nose, the white on the bottom. So we have a document here, and this document reads, "Photoshopping fursuits." So this is on July 27, 2024. Nonika posted a wolf fursuit head while claiming she's taking commissions. There's allegations of parts of the fursuit being photoshopped. So here it reads, "Details on the muzzle, whisker dots, and the line on the snout is different in all views. The corner of the mouth on the right, down, and lips are photoshopped. The reflection of the material is gone. Tracing and digitally painting around the eye and the viewing window. Using liquefying the face and the back of the head, which twisted the background behind it." This is crazy. Take a look at these photos, guys. Okay, look at this nose here, and look at the line, right? Do we see this, guys? You see how it's like really faint over here? And then all of a sudden here, it looks super sharp. This is supposed to be the same fursuit, by the way. How did it go from this to this? And then look at all the dots on the whiskers versus here. Where did it go? And then again, look at the edge of the mouth here. Why is that so different from this? Like, it looks so much cleaner here, because likely it's photoshopped, right? Something's not adding up. Look at the markings here. They don't look like they add up at all. But here we have the left eye. Something ain't right. Yeah, something is not right. And then here we have the right eye. Why do they look so different? And then the twisted brush. Guys, look at this. Look at all the leaves smushing in the background. Okay, this one's really egregious. Look at this. Like, all the bushes
dang.
look warped.
So she's...
They were like
That's crazy. She
She
made an AI thing, make it look realistic to tell people that she's selling. Oh, that's crazy.
Somebody was going to town with a liquefy tool on the head. Yeah, the fursuit's too powerful. It literally bends space and time and gravity and everything else for that matter. That's the thing. She supposedly sells fursuits. I don't know if anybody received it or not. I don't know if she's ever got a client. That was just what she's advertising. We have another call out. This is posted by Ari or Arilina. We saw their meme video earlier. And this is posted November 30th, 2024. Another call out. So, the sheer audacity of an AI.
Can you get Can you get behind AI for clothing ideas? I think that's a bad idea also because mistakes can be made. Right? And if you don't really understand, okay, let me show you what I mean. I'm about to just open Pinterest and I'm gonna be hit with every single AI thing possible. Right? Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna show this though, because this is crazy. Let's see if I can find something else. AI, but this one right here won't help you because it's not really close. I mean, it's a suit. Oh, Titan! Somebody made an AI thing of your character in what's her name suit. I gotta show Titan this because Titan's gonna be geeked. Hold up. What's her name? What's the girl's name? I don't remember her name. But look, Titan, pay attention. Titan, look. Ain't this your girl? Am I wrong? It kind of looked like her. I could be wrong though. That kind of looked like her hair. And I don't remember this character. I don't remember who this character is. What are you talking about? My character. Your character. Oh, I mean, you know, like the girl from that. That's not my character. What's the girl's name, Titan? You know who I'm talking about. Yo, I can't find any. Oh, it is her. I don't know her name though. What's her name? The girl from that one, the new anime. But it's from the manga that Titan told me about. Alright, Zura, let me show you something. Alright, so Zura, so you see this picture right here, right? This is obviously AI, right? But you see this picture right here, right, Zura? If you were to be like, oh, I want to draw... Is that her name? Reiko? I don't know why I thought it was something else. But, yeah. So, listen, if you were to look at this, right, Zura, and you're like, you know what? I want to draw Lotus in a jacket like this. You might just be like, okay, I'm about to go use this picture for reference. But then you'll start to see, I mean, if you don't understand how folds and things work, you think everything was perfectly fine, and then you'd study this and draw this. But if you really look at it, you start to see some mistakes. Right? How this zipper right here ain't making no sense. Why is the zipper down here when the clip of the zipper seems to be up here? Can you even see my mouse? I mean, it's moving. This is the zipper thing, or it seems to be, right? These folds right here aren't making any sense. I guess this jacket thing has really big pockets. The whole thing comes down. These folds going this way is very confusing. But you might just draw them because you're like, oh, well, this is how it's supposed to be. What the heck is going on? Is this part connect? Because this part looks like it's connected. So this blue part is the inside of the jacket. Okay, Zara, moral of the story, don't do it. That's because you dumb? Okay. Don't do it, Zara. Just don't do it. Try to find some actual real life examples for clothing. Even for these suits too, because you start seeing imperfections here as well in certain areas. I mean, I guess that's just a subtle little error right there. But they are getting cleaner and cleaner. This thing's a little bit wonky. A little bit wonky. This being there, going there, coming down here. Not too far. Maybe a little low, but a little wonky.
Raffle with it, LMAO. So here, again, take a look at these patterns, guys.
So, if you want to do that, or if you end up doing that, because like I said, there's so much AI stuff, and like everywhere there's AI, right? And some of these things, like I just showed you with the furry thing, are interesting. Like when you look at it, you're like, wow, I might want to draw a character like that, right? Sure. But remember, if you're going to do that, you have to understand enough to know what to do. You know what I mean? You have to understand enough to know what to do. Because if you don't, then you'll end up making the mistakes that the AI generated thing is making. And you won't even understand what you're doing wrong. Right? So you'll post it thinking, oh, well, it looks exactly like this picture, so I'm guessing I did it right. But then everybody's like, yo, it's kind of looking weird. He's like, no, I followed it to the T. But because the AI made a mistake, you made the same mistake the AI made. So, yeah.
AI eye slot patterns. What's going on with this? These like random bird pattern things. The eye with 3 eyelids, mind you. Love that. I mean, some people do have 3 eyelids. Typically, you don't draw that on your characters though, because it's not a very common thing for people to draw. Also note that like you can't really see it because it's blurred out, but this ear is very inconsistent. Can you see this? This brown ear, this one has 1 white triangle. Now this ear has 2 white circles, and this brown ear has no whites on it at all. Like, they're doing a head turn of their character, and they can't get the character right in the 3 versions. There's always something off. You might be like, Kat, what
I have an idea.
Her whole shtick
What
is
if?
drawing these like.
What if? Right, because of this angle and everything. What if she's FaceTiming Jin? Yo, that might be a whole different cool little thing we can do. All right. So, what does the FaceTime screen look like again? Because I know it's like the camera, but I want to know like exactly what side it's on. Hello. Oh wait, before I leave, I need to get a reference for a wedding ring. This one looks fine enough. Move you over here. Okay. Come on. Crap, it doesn't show me. I'm trying to find like a something.
Head turns. Her whole shtick is drawing these little character sheets. You're telling me you can't get a single character sheet accurate after drawing like 50 of them? I'm not believing that. We all make mistakes, but you've made at least 50, and they're all wrong. We have another character sheet where again the lapel of the jacket is now missing on this side. The shoes are not correct, and it says trace AI image visible. You can kind of see the little shape of the hand here, right?
Yeah, but the thing is,
shape here, that's
listen. I understand I understand that, but after drawing my characters for, you know, as long as I understand why characters have the same outfit or a generic outfit. Obviously, they at times can change it, but you have to understand, Zora. Obviously, because your whole thing is going to be different and how you want to animate your thing, but most of the time, you're going to need a character sheet. The character sheet is used to show you what the character wears, right? In multiple angles. That outfit in all, like, front, side, back, depending on, you know, how complex the outfit is. So now you're telling me that you're going to have all those for every single outfit that you have? That's going to be an issue. That's going to be a problem for your animators. The people who are animating your stuff. I mean, this isn't bad for... Okay, so FaceTime thing is like... So like buttons down here, and then camera up here. So I guess we'll put like a camera right here. A camera right here, so they're on FaceTime with Jin. How about it? Let's use black. I'm gonna use a rectangle. Be like right here. Okay. So we're gonna put Jin's face right there. Right here. I didn't need to do it that way, but sure. Alright, so we'll have Jin's face right there. And then we'll have the off button. Hold up. We'll have the off button right here. And then the picture button or screenshot. And then the mute. Hey, listen, we had a little, you know, like she's on FaceTime talking to him, you know, and he's looking at her getting her hair done and did, right? And then he just watching. Hey. That's not a bad idea. You want to charge the design of Naruto for Shippuden to make it easier. Exactly, he changed the design for him. So ain't that something? Zura, you have to understand this, to be honest. The what episode? Not as much stuff doing. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like you still have to understand. You're not animating it. They are. The people that you hire to animate. Cool framing. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. So yeah, I'm gonna draw Jin up there, but I have to think now because I'm looking at these FaceTime things just to get like an idea. Some of them are funny. Like this one right here, it's like, let's see, let's do it here. This one right here has like that right there. Like let's say that's right there, and then Jin's head would be in the corner of the screen. And Jin's hair goes like this, right? Yeah. And goes up and then down like this. I don't know. Because now I have to think about that as well. Oh my gosh. But I'm trying to do it. So if I do it that way, I can blur the background a little bit, you know? You guys don't need to worry about the background anymore. I'm animating it too. With extra help. I know, but it makes it so much easier when you have a set outfit. I'm telling you, you have to understand this. You have to understand.
And she was raffling this off. This Christmas, I'll pick one lucky fan to design a custom Christmas outfit for your character. Example, 1 full body design and 2 expressions. And then somebody asked if it was AI, and then Ari linked the archive with all of the receipts we've seen. But guys, you might be like, well, Kat, it's been like a couple years. Nonoka has been called out a couple of times. Has she learned her lesson and stopped this behavior? And if you think no, you would be correct. Because in 2025, she's still at it. Going back into Nodoka, now we're in 2025. Look at this post that Wyla made.
That's fine. I don't care.
Looks like the AI she's tracing forgot which side of the foot to put the raptor claw on. And this is a post that Nodoka made. This is now January 17, 2025. And look, our raptor has 2 right feet. Not to mention what is going on with this foot here, hiding behind the other leg. And then another thing about AI is AI tends to add a lot of like random details. So a sweat droplet here for some reason. And then the wonky ankle bones. This is again AI.
Let's go back. I like to see this one. Oh gosh. I mean, listen, obviously it's bad. Like in the anatomy, but the idea? Oh gosh. I think I have an idea of a new race I want to create. I'm kidding. I mean, I might be. Actually, I'm kidding. Nah, I'm good.
This is now January 17, 2025. And look, our raptor has 2 right feet. Not to mention what is going on with this foot here, hiding behind the other leg. Then another thing about AI is AI tends to add a lot of like random details. So a sweat droplet here for some reason.
I mean, it looks like she's dressed up a bit, yeah. I mean, she probably went for a run, so I understand, you know. I understand. I might, you know, at times I do be adding some random sweat droplets too, you know. So hey, I get it. What does Jin's hair look like? Oh my god. Wait, I have it right here. Hold up. Alright, so Jin's hair. Okay. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so I was close. So it comes in like so, and it comes down here, and it goes down. But the thing is, since his head is like to the side, I'm thinking just the camera's to the side potentially, so he's not like leaning. Or if he is, then I guess I'll put his hair coming down, and then we'll go up here, like so. And then it will come down here, and then ear, and then his hair comes out there. Bootleg avatars? Bootleg avatars? Bootleg avatar? First of all, like, I feel like sometimes because Titan is, you know how Titan is, I forget how long Titan's been around. But dang, Titan, first of all, they ain't bootleg. They ain't even avatars. They're supremes. All right. Gosh, said bootleg avatars, man. These are some legit people. They're their own race. Even though, yeah, it was like Avatar probably inspired a little bit, but still.
And then the wonky ankle bones. This is again AI, like traced AI, you know. And again, we have shorts, and the shorts has a yellow waistband, like a yellow trim to it, except it's white on the other part of the short here. And this is not like a, oh, changing the colors to make it blend in. This is like it doesn't match up. And it also kind of looks like here, it kind of looks like you can kind of see what was traced off of it. You can see kind of like a curve of like a hand or something here. So either this is AI or like retraced or recolored over. Oh yeah, not to mention the fact the seam is inconsistent. It's a split seam here, but it's not split in here. Also, why is it split into the crotch? Like, I have shorts that look like this, but it's split on the outer side of the leg, not on the inner side. It's not split in here, bro. That's not how these shorts look. Like, they're called dolphin shorts, but they split
Honestly,
on the other side, not
no lie.
It doesn't even match on the other side. Like, there's just so much wrong with this piece. And again,
Honestly, no lie. I probably would have made that mistake. If I didn't get a reference, I probably would have thought it was split on the outside and the inside. So hey, rookie mistake. Rookie mistake.
I'm not saying wrong as in if you're an artist, you make your mistakes. I'm not talking about you. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
If people purposely try to misconstrue my words, you're purposely trying to be difficult. Like, it is so blatant. And then while it adds, there are still a ton of inconsistencies, like this in the character sheet style ones that she posts. Buttons and piercings will move location a lot, for example, like this. There's piercings, 2 piercings. We're not going to talk about the dent in here, but whatever. But now the piercing is on the other side. And then I don't know what's happening here with, like, this U over here. But yeah, I'm just saying again, you know, like, this might sound mean, but if your whole shtick is drawing character sheets, but you can't get the character correct, like, every character sheet she draws has 1 full body and 2 heads. But in almost every single character sheet, they're wrong. How is that possible unless you're tracing AI? And then the AI just fucked it up and you didn't think and you just traced over whatever the AI did. Like, either you're just bad at doing character sheets or you're using AI. And unfortunately, to this day, they are still continuing their behavior. This is on March 7th, 2025, which was yesterday. They retweeted this Twitter bird drawing that is highly suspected of being AI, that they were called out for using AI in, allegedly. And also, they are still offering commissions. It's just a little interesting to see. I mean, they've been called out so much at this point, and they clearly have absolutely zero intention of stopping their behavior. That's just a little wild to me. Look, at the end of the day, again, like I've said before, the whole point of this video is not to send hate to this creator. Don't send hate to them. That just makes you stoop as low as them, right? Just a beware. This is what this person is doing. If you do commission them, you know what you're getting yourself into. They have a history of allegedly hurting animals and using F-ton of AI in their art process. And they've literally admitted to using AI in the past as well. So that's not even a debate. And they're like weirdly jealous and kind of bullies other creators. This is just a beware at the end of the day. Do you guys think it's AI traced? Do you guys think it's hand drawn? I think that this artist actually can draw. They have the ability to draw. I think they are just cutting every single corner possible. Remember the screenshot I showed you like really early on where Nonaka said, oh, with the rise of AI, we artists should just use AI so that we can cut corners and speed up our process. That is what I feel like exactly what Nonaka is doing and exactly what Nonaka is doing to this day. That is my thought process. That's what I personally think is happening. And I want to give a big shout out to Arilina, who sent me a lot of this information. So
yeah, I think that's
to Arilina for giving me all of this. Go.
I
I
don't
appreciate
know.
you.
Like, I don't
If you can't
understand.
beat them, join
Because
them.
like I told you yesterday, Zura, I just love the idea or the just I just love, because of all the time and the growth of, like, my style and me being able to draw, right? Like, me looking at this, like, just in this angle and this perspective with two characters, me, three characters now because I'm adding him. It's just so, like, I just love the fact that I stuck to it, I stayed drawing. I'm able now to draw pieces with multiple characters. And one of my things for this year was actually, I want to try to draw a piece with, like, 5 characters, like 7 at most characters in one thing, right? And I still haven't done that yet, but we're building. You know what I mean? We're building. And it's amazing to, like, to be able to do that now, because I'm looking back at my old stuff and I wasn't able to do it. But why would you just throw that all away by using AI, to quote unquote speed up the process? Nah, man. You gotta dig, right? You gotta do it. You gotta grind. You gotta do all of that. Because it just makes everything so much better at the end. Like, when you work hard for something, once you get that thing, it's so much sweeter, than not doing anything at all. It's kind of like, what do you call it? Like, when people make wine, like, I've seen people, like, actually go out and make wine, like, they actually press the thing and everything. And obviously, it takes time and stuff. A lot of those people say it tastes sweeter. Like, they love the taste even more after they done, did it. And I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. The harder you work for something, the better it is once you get it. But yeah, guys, by the way, if you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit it with a like and subscribe if you're not already. But it's crazy. It truly is. Truly is crazy.
It's using AI to produce drawings more efficiently. Another screenshot. I do indeed have references for AI use, so am I unwilling to admit it? And this was September 1st, 2023. Oh my god, this is more of her admitting it. September 3, 2023. 1. To answer recent controversies of some people questioning whether my work are AI paintovers, I would clarify that these are not the facts and there are no photo bashing and or tracing. However, I have been using AI to assist and reference during the creation of my recent personal work. I will be sharing how I use AI assistance with shading in the creation process below. If you think this method of reference is unacceptable, the commissioner can cancel the commission. I will be declaring the use of this method for any future comms. If you have any questions or concerns, you are welcome to directly address it here. Here, this is the character in pink who is holding up her skirts in water, and you can see the 3 AI images that was referenced. Okay, so that's this one, right? You see this? It reads, first, I create a sketch based on what I have in mind, line, art, and base color. And then here are the generated images for a reference. And then some shading. It reads, briefly applying some shading. I felt stuck with the folds of clothing, so I threw the semi-finished piece into
Make a
AI
merch me?
and generated a couple as reference.
Like, I mean, I have a, whatchamacallit, I have a Redbubble. It's in my link if you want to check it out. But I'm actually, there's actually a few things that I want to actually do in the future. Some more things that we're planning on actually getting done. But it's really cool. It's really cool. Like, making things and actually being able to see it.
She drew the sketch,
like prints
she
and
put
stuff.
it into AI, and then here referencing this one, and then she cleaned it up. This was the apology. Oh, wow. Here we can see Nonaka's AI Pinterest board archive, and that is a bunch of AI. And remember, Mir is her alt account. So 1.2, current behavior of tracing and photo batching AI and faking a time lapse. So we've already visited these pieces, and we've already seen this one as well, but this is just even more concrete evidence. Do you see, like, the one-to-one? Then this was the owl piece, and it reads, by the time posting this document, Nonaka has deleted both time lapses. Photo bashing AI, all of her work from June 7th, oh, my birthday, to the most recent one, have some bit of AI photo bashing. Here's a few. So this is the owl piece, right? You can see there's like fuzziness here, where it looks like she drew the legs, right? But you see the fuzziness kind of outside of it. It looks like there's something that was like low opacity behind it. And then this owl piece, there's like weird striped lines in the pants. In the 2 time lapses above, she conveniently left out the process where she added the highlight and rendering on the pants as she did it with photo bashing AI. And then the more obvious one, the pants feel off. And then again, we've already visited the aspects of why this one looks odd, as well as this commission that was done with the AI wall. This piece as well. Another thing I didn't mention about this piece is the fact that you can't even get the waistband correct between the 2 characters. Again, your whole shtick is doing character designs, Except you can't even get the design correct. This was the one again with the ears, right? Where this one is completely missing the patterning behind the ear. The plagiarization, this plagiarization. Yeah, we saw this timeline already. Yeah, we saw all the. Oh,
There's
yeah,
just
these
too
are
many
mostly
ideas, huh,
AI
Zero?
pieces. We have point 2.1, a more technical
Why don't you make your own
analysis
car?
of Monika's time lapse and her work. Although we think the evidence listed above is enough, we felt like
That's what happened to me. Like when there's things about my characters, like certain shoes or certain outfits that I think I'm like, I really want them to wear. Why don't you make your own, inspired by it, right? And obviously, you have to study how to draw like cars and everything. But if you understand like the general base of a car, if you think about it like as a box, and I know you know a lot about cars and different things about cars, I bet you could break it down into certain ways, you know, being like, okay, I want this car to have one of these because one of like these things are really cool, right? And you're like, okay, so to come down here and then go to the side. I want it to be like kind of like super futuristic looking. So I go down, curve back. Alright, shave this off. Maybe it can have like, you know, I bet you know more things about cars, like I said. So you know what to add to your car to make it look better. I really don't know how to draw cars. Like, especially without reference. I don't know. Maybe you can add like a little spoiler back here. I don't know how to draw a car. Okay, but you can make your own.
it is important to include context when calling out artists scamming with AI. Below is a report based on our investigation and analysis of objective factors in her work. Her time lapse comparing her work with AI generated images and her history of dishonesty using AI. To summarize Nonaka's portfolio, it is inconsistent in quality. Some of her pieces also display foundational mistakes such as broken anatomy or incorrect shading. Her portfolio also shows the characteristics below: the ability or lack thereof to identify, locate, and fix AI mistakes, and inconsistencies with anatomy foundations. Now, onto the time lapses. The lack of sketching in Nonaka's time-lapse is abnormal based on the skill level she is presenting. She went ahead in the sketching process without any adjustment, such as using the selection tool and transform tool to adjust the size or poses. So here, the breakdown is the sketching process where she just moved the subject around, then she just did the liner straight on top of that, and then added color with the finished piece. This one, it's a bird piece. They start straight with the sketching of the silhouette, then proceed to fill it in with details. That's a little bit interesting. Everybody has their own process. Then they do their liner and then lay the base color. What I think is interesting, again, especially with this bird character, is that it seems like no adjustments were needed in this character, whereas like this character has a lot of detail. With the bird, the pants, like the satchel across the body, none of that had to be adjusted at all. Like you just one shot got the wings, the pants, the satchel, the armor on the chest correct in one go. Like either you're the goat or you're tracing something.
Yeah, that's always
From
interesting to
the
me when they do that.
50-minute to 56-minute mark, Notica lowered
Like it's
the
perfect
opacity of the base color layer
right
for
out the
shading,
gate.
which raised our suspicion.
Like I showed
Which
you
we
mine
did
like
speculate she did so to
mistakes through
trace
the
over
beginning.
AI's shading.
Especially because I never
One
done a
might argue that
perspective
with
like this
enough
before.
understanding and experience drawing anatomy, they are capable to wing the sketching phase. However, Nonica is not Kim Jong-ji.
Oh yeah, Kim. That's what I was about to say.
That
Kim.
she lacks the
That's
skill
your
and experience to
Kim.
nail sketching
Kim
without
Jong-gi.
adjustments. Also, I would argue you need adjustments because you've gotten like all of your characters wrong. So like in the character sheet, there's too many differences one to another to another. You know, like if you're one-shotting it and you truly are not using AI, you might want to like adjust your sketching process a little bit so you get it more correct. But just look at the fingers. Look, she's got 5 fingers. Look at this, right? Like, she's got an extra finger here. As somebody who is capable of tracing 6 fingers on hands with a variety of thicknesses and producing art with fundamental mistakes, she is unable to correctly depict anatomy, let alone nailing a sketch in one go. Like we said in our first document, Nonica deleting the time-lapse and locking her account
What's my
upon
favorite
people
thing to
requesting.
write? I like to write. I mean, does dialogue count? Like time when we're just talking and just like when characters are just like around a fire or something, or before battle or something, and just having a conversation. That's when it's like tense and just It's just amazing. Let me see. I find 1920s women fashion extremely unflattering, but I like technology during the era of computers and planes. So my female character's fashion is going to be. Okay, you see, like you have like reasons behind it. It's really nice, really nice. So you can like I have a like a steampunk story kind of thing, right? But I kind of you like dialogue? Yeah, dialogue is so good. It's so like especially when it's done well. Especially when it's done well. But I have like a steampunk type world, and there's certain aspects that I don't like. Right? So I just kind of like pick and choose like certain outfits, certain themes, certain things, and then I mix it with other things. That's why it's like when you're writing a story, I don't know if you know this, but you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want. So just have fun with it. Change whatever you want with it. At the end of the day, it's your story. This is funny. This is funny. Where's that picture at again? Oh, right here. Okay, so in this picture, it's kind of like back here, and then the ceiling is like right here. So he's like going back, and then the wall is up here, and then back here there's like a curtain. Obviously, this is like the picture, but I feel like using that as a reference would be pretty funny. Oh yeah. 1920s. Let me actually get a little refresher. 1920s.
Calling her out,
Let's see.
she absolutely knew what she was doing, and how being discovered using AI would jeopardize her career as an artist. It is not that she's unwilling to put in the effort to erase evidence, it is that Nonoka herself lacks the skills to identify and locate AI errors, not to mention her failed attempt at covering up even if she discovered them.
Actually, hold up.
For
I mean, obviously, like, overall, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, overall is bad. Overall is bad. But there are some rare instances when it's crazy, like, really good. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean now. I can see it. Oh, there's literally a book called Fashion in 1920s. Wow.
spectators to be suspicious of. Why do these all look the same? As for the subject Nonoka is working with, she has a habit of generating AI art in a batch with similar subject matter and theme, then painting over and posting them, creating a sense of a series of art done by herself. Her recent Owl series is quite like the fitness series she did, all featuring a similar subject, pose, and composition. By running Nonoka's work through Google image search, multiple AI-generated adopts with similar subject and composition showed up in the results. So again, we've seen these examples.
Oh, you know another
already.
really cool thing? You know another really cool thing that is so crazy to me? Like, when I look at my pictures, right? Alright, when I look at some of my drawings, and I like do like a reverse image search of it, I start seeing like the actual characters that I drew like in my fan arts and stuff, which is so dope. Because I remember before it didn't work out that way. Like, I remember I drew like certain characters, and when I did it, it was like, who the heck is this character? And I'm like, dang it. But now, like, I went to Pinterest and I reverse image searched my Jinx drawing. Everything I saw, Jinx. And I was like, oh man, this is so cool. I know it's just random, but it's like, I love it. I love it so much. Like, even just looking at it here, it's Jinx and Echo. Because obviously the piece is Jinx and Echo. Everything. Jinx, Echo, Jinx, Echo, Jinx, Echo, Jinx, Echo. It's so nice. It's so nice. Oh, Naya. So here she is, right? This is them right now. It's still not done. We did add a little bit of background, but I'm trying to block it as much as possible, which is why I'm adding Jin in the top left corner.
Between these two are uncanny. And then look at the owls. And then she disabled her stuff. Oh, and by the way, for this dog one, I didn't even notice, but the pattern isn't even correct. Like, look at the little patterns. Every single pattern, like diamond, is different. Just look at that. Oh, more broken jewelry. Oh, this is the other dog. Yeah, the bird. We've looked at the bird. We've looked at this one. Yeah, this one was definitely AI. Again, just note how frequently her art style changes. It looks like a different person drew it, probably because she generated it. Oh, didn't even mention the glasses reflection, yeah, are really whack. What is this reflecting? Ew, ew, this piece. Fragmented iris and reflection in the eye, abstract hair, part of a collar appearing, a little funky looking. Oh, look, this character here, you see she's missing a fingernail here. She's also missing a fingernail on this finger too. These things are on her boobs. Weird. Maybe it's an artistic choice, I don't know. The bulge where the hand should be is not visible. The seams, yeah, what is going on around this pocket does not make any sense at all. This one, we already pointed out aspects of this that also look very AI. And then we looked at the your character here. We looked at this cat one. We looked at this one and this one. This bigger document reads Part 2, Analysis of Legitimacy, Disclaimer and Speculations. In this part of the document, we will be providing our insights and speculations regarding this situation, based on our investigation and analysis of objective factors in her work, behavior, and remarks, while also raising questions regarding Nonaka's legitimacy of skill. Please be aware that these are majorly speculative and may not reflect what happened, unless stated otherwise with proven evidence. During our investigation, we came up with several questions, and they can be mostly summarized as below. Most of the AI art listed above is her personal art, so did she ever use it in her commissions? Does all of Nonaka's work have AI? Is Nonaka capable of creating art matching the skills she presented in her portfolio without AI? And can you elaborate on the scamming part, and do you have any proof of how many she profited from said scam? And the doc concludes that yes, Nonaka did use AI in her commission work, and while we do not have proof that all of her works are AI generated, we do have proof of her using AI references and speculate that she used AI in different degrees on her work. No, Nonaka is not capable of creating art matching the skill required for her current portfolio. And yes, we can elaborate. By profiting from the commission while being dishonest about her skill, she is scamming people. While we do not have the exact proof of the actual amount, she profited from said scam. We do have a very rough estimate that she acquired 5,000 from commissions. She herself claims she has almost 50 in her queue, while all her commissions are paid in full upfront. $5,000 is a rather conservative estimate of how much she scammed. Basically, the document will point out some subjectivity about her skill level, and there's like some debate there. And it reads, to give a rough idea of how fast and drastic Nonaka's skills improved in a short amount of time, we attach an annual summary of Nonaka's art in 2023 that she posted December 14th, 2023. So some examples of her artwork. And then, according to the clarification post listed in part 1, we knew she started using AI Assist as reference at least in April with this drawing. So this is April 2023. And remember, we've already looked at that. And we have concrete evidence of her tracing over AI with the Wolf link in June. Here's a brief timeline that we compiled. 2023, April, Nonaka started introducing AI into her creation process in the form of referencing. June, she started painting over the AI-generated images. July, posted more of it. September, the cat portrait raised suspicion on Facebook. October 2023 to February 2024, her portfolio being relatively consistent compared to other periods, with occasional AI backgrounds in some commissions. 2024 February and March, she is near the 30K follower milestone. She started mass posting, including some blatant AI art. In April, she posted another batch of blatant AI, reaching 32,000 followers. And then it kind of states like the ebb and flow of her AI usage, which like we've kind of already covered as well. And then you can see here, this is her media tab on Twitter. Again, just look how different all of the pieces look. They all look so different, but also so AI at the same time. Okay, so it points out that she basically locks her account when she gets called out because she knows that it would jeopardize her career as an artist. So now onto the foundations that she's very inconsistent in. We will do a brief analysis of a few of her allegedly non-AI artwork. Brief for the sake of not having to write 20 more pages and spare both of us and the reader from having to look at Nonaka's work for more hours. So we have furry cord. I will note the amount of fingers is different as well. This one has
oh my god.
Above is a recent commission
Yo.
from Nonaka.
Okay, I'm glad she blocked it out. Yo. It's like every time I look up something crazy on the screen. At least it's blocked. Oh my gosh, what the implication?
So to point out a few errors.
Okay. You don't have to go back. You don't gotta go back, miss.
Wait, what? I didn't even notice that because I was sorry. I was like distracted by argue that maybe this one is just bad or offhanded piece from Nonaka, which honestly in our commission to address mistake. It reads this.
I didn't know I had to say those gonna be some stuff that could be showing.
Like the previous other thing I was looking at. Then it adds, again, look at the arms, especially the left arm. It is very unlikely to make mistakes like this if Nonika truly has the skill her overall portfolio represents. This left arm is like half the length of the right arm. Look at the elbow. Another doubt we have is Nonika capable of drawing backgrounds without AI assistance? Our answer is no. From our investigation throughout Nonika's portfolio, her work is majorly character-centric, being characters in a monochromatic background or no background at all. The few pieces that include a background are either relatively simple backgrounds such as bedding, spamming foliage brush, heavily blurred AI-generated backgrounds. Again, to spare ourselves and the reader from reading 20 more pages, we'll do a shout out to your fitness collection that she posted January 2024. Yeah, the background is definitely very suspicious. So it again suspects the background being AI, and
There's
that
no laws
Nonika
against the
generates a batch of
Pokemon
similar looking art
Batman?
pieces to post at once to make it look like she made them all. Based on the analysis above, we drew the conclusion that Nonika is not capable of creating art matching the skill required for her current portfolio, thus making her profit from art, whether commissions, adoptables, your character here's, Twitter, Blue, Revenue, or Patreon, a scam. In the beginning part of this doc, we have given the conclusion to a very conservative estimate of $5,000 earned, and we're going to elaborate on how we came up with said conclusion. Before we dive into this, we want to repeat that this is a speculation based on the information we have regarding the situation. It might not reflect that. Although we don't have access to a public queue to acquire the exact number of comms Nonika has taken, we do, however, have a very rough estimate based on her own
He's an
words from a
old
public post she made on
dang.
Facebook. On April 15th, Nonika claimed she had 40 plus
Gosh.
to almost 50 unfinished comms in her current queue in a conversation with her partner, Miles Wolf. The conversation translates to, Miles, you still have a dozen comms left? And Nonika, no, 40 to almost 50. And here you can see that too. Like, Nonika, 40 to 50. Based on the context of the conversation, the number she mentioned doesn't include finished commissions, which means it is very likely she has taken more than 50
Give me 1
commissions
second,
during the
guys.
period of her creating art with AI involvement. For the sake of this estimate, we will just go as she has